channel?
I'm watching it through live stream. I mean, sorry, of StreamYard. But then I also have it like on my phone just in case to see. But everything should be like roughly the same. Like I all the chat from YouTube is going to be on this.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. Are you going to watch it through this or through YouTube?
I might do it through this then.
Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So I think we are live. I think we have about 30 plus people so far. So can you tell me if you can hear us? If anyone's there? Yes, we live. Okay. Okay, can I get a check on Lore Legends? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello. Yes, okay. And Rod, can you hear Rod? Can you see Rod?
Can you guys hear me? Can you see me?
Yes. Okay, good. We're good. And Rod is nice and clear. Okay. Okay, so hey everyone. So I hope that the most of you have already seen Jurassic World Rebirth. If you haven't, I highly recommend you don't watch this because it is nice going with a clean slate. Do you agree? It's nice. Yeah, it's nice going to neutral.
There's not a massive amount to spoil in it, but I think you should see
it. That's true. That's true. Okay, so whoa, we just got up to 76 already. Holy. Unfred October balloon sub. Yes, it is in my toy collection somewhere. I will definitely do like maybe some toy stuff later for sure. Okay, so first of all, did you see it opening night? Did you see it like on the second? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, opening night.
Yeah, you weren't like part of the special crew that got to go early.
No, I didn't get any invites. I never do.
Yeah, I know. I like, no offense to some people, but I was like, what? I was like, how did you get there that early? I'm like, how did you get that early screening?
I was kind of offended.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what? I was like, come on. Well, I know I'm not like a giant Jurassic influencer or anything like that, but like, I was just like, come on. I would like to see it a little early.
Yeah,
okay, so let's go.
Or anything, but there were people who have like less views and less subscribers getting.
Yeah, and I was like, what? I was like, come on. It was just like, it was a little sad, but it's okay. Okay, so let's go. First question. What is your rating out of 10 for this movie?
I'd say about 7. 6.5 to 7.
Yeah. I'm exactly like you. I was like 6 to 7, and then I'm like 6.5. But you know, when I think about it some more, and I kind of try to like nitpick, it goes to a 7 for me. So I'm like you. We're like 6.5, 7-ish kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's a masterpiece of cinema or anything, but I enjoyed it, and it's very rewatchable for me. Like I could put that in and just have a fun time watching it.
Yeah,
feel like Jurassic Park 3, but better.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so we got some 6.5s, we got some 8s. Someone said 6.7. That's very specific.
3,
I like that.
Someone's giving it a 3.
3, yes. You know what? Some people, I feel like there's definitely some people that hated it. Some people loved it. Lots of in between. Lots of like, it's good, you know?
A lot of people feel the way about this film that I did about Alien Romulus. Did you see that?
I did not like Alien Romulus.
I didn't, but that got loads of praise. But
I don't know why. I feel like it was just a rehash of the original. It's just like bringing it to the new generation.
But with blander characters.
First super chat of the day. Francisco. Hi, Laura. Your package got delivered to your P.O. box. I actually did pick that up. Thank you so much, Francisco. Thank you for the super chat. That's amazing. So yeah, 7.5s. And yeah, back to Romulus. Like, I just couldn't do it.
No. I tried to rewatch it a second time and I couldn't get through it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's telling you. That's telling you something that you didn't really like. Okay, so we got our ratings. We're basically the same. So I think it's gonna be a really good live stream of we're gonna have similar views, I presume.
So coming into the film, how were you feeling about the previous ones?
Yeah, let's rank it. Do you want to rank it into? Yeah. Okay. So you go first. You rank.
Well, I was going to start with the best to worst. Like the original Jurassic Park, still my favorite.
Yeah.
Then The Lost World.
Yeah.
Then 3 and 4 are a toss-up between Rebirth and Jurassic World. I'm still not quite sure yet.
Yeah.
Then Jurassic Park 3, which I do really enjoy Jurassic Park 3 still. Then Dominion. I actually rewatched Dominion the other day, and I didn't mind it as much as the first time round.
Okay.
Part of that's because I watched Chaos Theory. I don't know if you've seen that cartoon.
No, I actually haven't yet.
And I actually, Dominion.
Yeah.
And that's kind of made me like Dominion more now.
Okay, so it kind of tied into it?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I
then
didn't.
they had characters from Dominion in it who get a lot more development than they did in the movie, and it made me actually like that character. Whereas in the movie, I didn't really think anything of them. Same with the dinosaurs.
Ah.
Like Chaos Theory uses the dinosaurs from Dominion better than Dominion did. But then Fallen Kingdom's last. I find that so boring once they get off the island.
Interesting.
Like all the stuff at Lockwood Manor, I just don't care. I don't care about Lockwood. I don't care about his granddaughter.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Interesting. Okay, so that's actually very insightful to me because I kind of avoided some of those cartoon things for a bit. I'm just like, I'm not so interested in it. But like, if you're telling me that if I give it a watch and it might actually make Dominion a little better, that's interesting.
I'm a big supporter of Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory. Like
Okay.
the first 3 episodes of Camp Cretaceous are kind of how you'd imagine a kiddie Jurassic Park cartoon being. But once you get to the 4th episode and it proper kicks in, then it's actually really good. And the characters seem kind of annoying in the first few episodes as well.
Yeah.
But then once it kicks in, they actually develop the characters really nicely, and I got so invested in them.
Okay.
Yeah. And Camp Cretaceous is the first season of Camp Cretaceous is set at the same time as Jurassic World, so you're seeing a different perspective of the Indominus running around and all the events of that. And then they have it also, you see their perspective of, you know, at the start of Fallen Kingdom where they go to get the Indominus Rex bone out of the Mosasaurus pool. That really cool scene in Fallen Kingdom.
Yes.
Like you see that, but from another perspective.
How many seasons of Camp Cretaceous is there? Because I think I've seen the first 2.
There was 5 of that.
Whoa.
And 3 of Chaos Theory. So 8 altogether, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Okay,
I think there's more of that than there is hours of the movies now. Like that's an actual bigger part of media in the franchise than the movies.
That's interesting. Okay, yeah, no, I watched like the first 2 seasons and I'm like, man, I'm like, oh, whatever. But I mean, if you're kind of giving it, you know, a good promo here, then
it's just like I ended up really liking the characters, and that's like the most important thing for me. If I like the characters in anything, I'll go along with the journey more, even if the story ends up being a bit silly or whatever. If I'm invested in the characters, I'll kind of go along with it. Okay,
interesting. Okay, so Fallen Kingdom is last for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I would go like you, Jurassic Park first. Lost World, a super close second for me. Like, we're talking super close. Really? Like, almost Jurassic Park and Lost World are almost like, yeah, I really, really do enjoy Lost World a lot. And then number 3 for me would be Jurassic World. Then I do Rebirth. No, I don't know. Okay, Rebirth or number 3. See, I'm like, I got a little bit of that problem too. Like, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna say, like, Jurassic Park 3. I know it's not the greatest, but it feels like a Jurassic Park 3 movie. Like, it feels like a Jurassic movie.
It's just a fun film, I think.
And it has good moments too.
Yeah, some great dinosaur action in it.
Yeah, and like the Spino in there. It's that's tough. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say JP3, and then I'm gonna say Rebirth. Then I'm gonna say Fallen Kingdom, and then I'm gonna go Dominion at the end. I couldn't. Yeah, Dominion. I've only seen Dominion once in theaters. I was really upset watching it in the theater. I wanted to leave, but because it was Jurassic, I stayed.
It's the only Jurassic Park movie I haven't watched at the cinema, so I kind of wish I had gone to see it.
Interesting. Oh wow, I'm shocked you actually didn't see it in the movies.
Yeah, I thought it looked so bad.
Yeah. Do you guys have 4D? You guys have 4D experiences?
No.
Okay, so apparently it's like a little ride. Like, you sit in it, like your chair moves, you get a little vibration. There's like air, smells coming at you, water.
No.
It sounds really cool.
No.
Charlie James, you haven't seen Rebirth yet? Then why are you on this stream? Get off this stream. We don't want you having any spoilers. Okay, so third question. I saw on your Instagram that you snagged some theater merch. So what kind of merch did you get? So I saw you got the cups. You got that really cool like water bottle.
Yeah. I'll get them actually. I've got them here.
Yeah, let's see that. Shrek in 4D. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, the Raptors and JP3 are pretty sweet.
Yeah. All right. Bear in mind, I had to spend £100 to get all this stuff.
Guys. Oh, wait. So you got this in the theater, or you got it sent to you?
No. I went to the theater and bought it.
Oh,
I
okay.
went in these cinemas to buy this stuff and then walked out and left.
Oh man, it's expensive, eh?
Yeah,
They're
this was
expensive.
£20 just for the.
Whoa, £20? That's like
Yep.
$35-40 Canadian for me. That's crazy. That's a cool sculpt though. That head.
It is nice.
That's cool. That's nice. I like
and
that.
And then there were 3 of these cups, and they were like £8 each.
Yeah, I got. So I saw that you got like. So I got the Spino and the Titanosaurus because I thought those were the coolest. But I didn't
got
see
those yesterday.
Oh, okay, but I didn't see Spino or anything. I just had those main 3 that they're after the Quetzalcoatlus, the Mosasaurus, and the. I think the Mosey is my favorite.
Yeah, that's a nice one, isn't it, with the water effect on it?
Yeah, I love the water effect.
Different cinemas, like these were from one cinema, like chain.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And the other ones were from a different cinema chain. So maybe there's another cinema chain in Canada where they'll have the other 3.
Yeah.
Did you get these cups with yours then?
My cup was this one at the bottom. I don't have a cool Mosasaurus on mine. I literally just have an underwater logo.
All right. No, my cups were.
Yeah, your cups are cooler than mine. So honestly, Canada, I'm on an island in Canada. This isn't like Toronto, Vancouver, a major hub in Canada. It's like a little city.
Oh, also, did you get the key rings with yours?
No, I did not. Very interesting. I would have. I would have liked
ones that are the same as yours. But yeah, I got a key
Yeah,
ring
that's what happens when you live in the UK and you have better access.
We don't normally get cool stuff like this. That's why.
I didn't get any of that. That's
even
nice.
Though it cost me like £1.
What did Sound of Metal here say? Oh, thank you, Sound of Metal. Wow, $10. Dominion made me fall asleep twice when I tried to watch it. Plot was convoluted and hard to follow. I agree. Dominion, I was just like the first time you watched it too. Do you agree that it was hard to get through? Like I know you watched it a second time, but like, was it hard for you to get through it?
Yeah. It took me 2 sittings to get through the whole film. I mean, it felt like it went on for about 4 hours.
Wow. Yeah,
I think it's like 2.5 hours, isn't it? 2 hours 40 minutes or something.
Yeah. And for the first time, I was like checking my phone constantly. I was like, "What time is it? What time is it?"
First time I watched it, I struggled to get. And even the set, like when I watched it the other day and enjoyed it a bit more, I still had to have like breaks where I just went and got something.
Oh, see, like I know you like. I know watching the cartoon stuff to supplement made it a little better for you, but it's still hard. It's still a hard watch, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so got through the main kind of questions for the movie theater itself and stuff. Okay, so I thought we'd start the stream off on a positive note, and I thought we'd go through some things that we liked. Okay, so I thought we'd go through some things we liked, then what we didn't like, and then some just like major questions. So like questions like, what was your favorite death scene? What was your favorite dinosaur, your least favorite dinosaur design, all that kind of stuff. So we'll do the questions like that after. Yep. So let's go through some things that you liked. So what are kind of some top things you really enjoyed about this movie?
Well, like there's the obvious stuff, like the cinematography. I thought it looked beautiful. Like there's some gorgeous shots. Like there's a shot of the boat going past the sunset in the background when they're heading to the island and things like that. And it just looked gorgeous.
Yeah, agreed.
I also thought it had some really good action scenes, like really good dinosaur action. Like because I felt like it took most of the dinosaurs that are in this are ones that we've seen in other films before, but that weren't really utilized or haven't been used for years. And they took them all and did something better with them, like the Mosasaurus. Like the Mosasaurus was really underused in the last 2 movies.
Yeah,
so they took that and they did some really awesome scenes with it. You know, the Spinosaurus we haven't seen since 2001, and they gave them really cool things to do. The Quetzalcoatlus, the Pteranodon.
Yeah,
like that. I had that scene in Dominion where it took the aeroplane down, but I don't know. I thought the scenes in this were better than that. Of that too. So I like the use of the dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs act like animals more than like big kaiju or big superheroes. Like in the last 2 films, it seemed like they were written to be more like superheroes or Godzilla or something.
Yeah, agreed. And you're kind of like afraid of them a little bit more, not like, oh, nothing's gonna happen.
And they didn't have any dinosaurs dive in to save the day. Like the T-Rex doesn't just turn up to save the goodies.
Yeah.
They need to be rescued or whatever, like in the last 2 films, which started getting
what's that called? I think it's called like Ex Machina or something, and like storytelling when it just like just like all of a sudden it's just like, whoa. Francisco again, $10. Whoa. Okay, I wanted to say thanks one more time, Laura, and I wish I had a toy collection like yours. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you very much, Francisco. That's awesome. Okay, so The things that I really liked about this movie is, like you, I like the cinematography thing. It was really good. I also really like the subtle homages to the original. I feel like it wasn't so in your face. I feel like they kind of did a good job. You know, like at the beginning, yeah, it's like objects in the mirror closer than they appear kind of thing, right? And the guy slipping away after being taken by the Spino. So do you remember? It was kind of like, you know, he's like this. He's like,
Yeah.
like, and they're holding on to him, and it's like the beginning of like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, they have homages like that, but it wasn't too in your face. It wasn't.
No. It was like it was really good. It wasn't cringy. Like, if I don't know if you remember, but then like Jurassic World and stuff, they really kind of like shoved it down your throat. You know, it's like, whoa. Also, like the long grass. Like, yeah, there's long grass. We know that's so iconic of like Lost Worlds, but we're not saying like, don't go in the long grass and stuff. Like, there's just long grass, you know. And also the kitchen versus the convenience store scene. You know, when they're in the convenience store, it's like, you know, the kitchen scene, but it's very subtly done, which I
it didn't distract me. I still enjoyed the scene. It didn't distract me so much that I'm just thinking, oh, they're copying this. They're copying
yeah, exactly. I totally agree. Like, it's so different and it's like very changed up. Okay, and how do you feel? I actually really do appreciate, and I like the PG-13 lower rating for family and for kids, and I like that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I wish it was R-rated, like we need more gore, but like this is kind of like the essence of the Jurassic, you know. It's just like borderline, which I like.
I loved that first Jurassic Park film when I was a little kid, so I can't help feel like it should always be able to be accessible for children. Like,
agreed. We don't want to like scar anybody, but if you agree, Jurassic Park is a little scarring for like some of us, like, you know, the Dilophosaurus scene. That's pretty scary. Yeah, but I mean, it's not like, you know, completely traumatizing. It's scary, but it's like a good, healthy scary.
It's a kind of scary that kids can still watch, I think, and it's not going to, you know, completely traumatize them or whatever.
Agreed.
I thought this one did have some reasonably tense, scary scenes in it.
I agree. I actually, that was one of my things for talking about, is like the death scenes were actually like quite well done. And it was like, it was almost reminiscent of, remember, like Eddie Carr being thrown and like bitten open. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. And I think like my jaw actually opened one or two times, like when the Quetzalcoatlus was like eating him whole. Like, I was like, what? Like, I'm like, oh, are these little kids like watching this? Like, it was actually really cool. I think their death scenes were great.
I do wish there'd been more of them though. Like, I feel like there was more like cannon fodder characters basically to go to be, and they should have had more mercenaries, you know, working with that crew that were hunting dinosaurs. Yeah,
I agree. Could have been a little more, like you said, but I think like with the little that they did, I think they did a good job with what they did. It wasn't just like kind of garbagey. Like, you kind of almost remember every death.
Oh,
you know?
Definitely,
yeah. Oh yeah, that was like my next thing. I love the death scenes. So that was a good thing, even though it's kind of weird to say that, but like I liked those death scenes. And also there were homages to like the novels, right? Like there was the raft scene in the original Jurassic Park, and I think they did a really good job on that. And also there were some like Lost World Jurassic Park novel things too, like the girl that fell off the boat. In the novel, Dodson actually like pushes Sarah Harding off the boat, and then she swims to like a little rocky reef area. So that was like kind of exactly the same kind of there too. So really kind of cool things.
I'm sure they took inspiration from the arcade game as well, the Raw Thrills arcade game from 2015. I don't know if you've ever played that.
Oh no, I've never.
It's got like in that game, basically you're on the island hunting dinosaurs with a group of mercenaries, and it's kind of set between Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic World, where like this team of mercenaries have been sent to Nublar to capture all the dinosaurs. And what in particular made me think that it inspired this movie was, you know, that Jeep at the end that Martin Krebs drives around. Like there's a Jeep in the Raw Thrills game that looks so much like that.
Oh, okay.
With like a gun on the back, but the toy of it has the gun on the back like the video game did. It's just a very similar kind of premise.
So you think there might be like a might be parallel to that?
I think they must have taken some inspiration from that game.
Yeah, I've never played that. Is that a solely arcade game, or is that something that's available with like PC and stuff?
No,
okay,
I think it's just arcade. I've got some shorts on my channel of me playing it actually. I went there because I've got one in the bowling alley not far from me, so I do enjoy going and playing that now and then.
Okay, interesting. I'll have to check those out if you have like little shorts of that.
Yeah, or Instagram.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Like cinematography was great, and like obviously some great scenes, like the Spino scene, the Mosasaurus, the raft scene, like all that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we go to like some of the things we didn't like, let's just check out the chat for a little bit. River scene was awesome. Agreed. I never join these. Kind of fun. Hello, Charlie, Jeffrey, James.
Yeah, I never normally watch live streams. That's not
Yeah,
something
me
interesting when other
neither.
people do them.
Yeah, and like also we don't do them either ourselves. But but it was so easy to do that maybe we can do like more of these. Maybe we can do like
Yeah.
some Predator ones too. Like we
Yeah,
can.
because there's a new film coming out later this year, isn't there?
Yeah, we can do
Actually,
Predator
I think it's
Badlands.
quite good so far. From what
Yeah,
I've seen
we
in
can
the
do Predator
trailers.
Badlands. We could also do Alien Earth or whatever with the new
Yeah.
Alien thing.
Yeah, it's coming out in a few weeks, isn't it? I'll get
So
a discount.
Phileo, I really like the paleontologist guy. Yeah, I like him
Yeah,
too.
I
I think
always
his
thought
name
he
is
was the best character.
Loomis.
Loomis. Yeah, I
Yeah.
always remember him because of Dr. Loomis from Halloween. It just reminded me of that. You don't like horror
Ah,
films, do you?
no, I don't know any Dr. Loomis from
Right.
Halloween. I am not
Yeah,
a scary person.
he's like this really cool character in the Halloween movie. He's my favorite
Okay.
character. So
Do
yeah,
you know that some people think that Dr. Loomis, wait for it everybody, is the 6-foot turkey boy?
they said that about Chris Pratt's character though as well,
Ah,
didn't they?
but in the movie, in the one we just watched, he says, "Oh, I've been going on paleo digs since I was 12." So it's like
I didn't catch that bit.
I
That
didn't
was
catch
cool.
that either, but someone said it in a comment. And I was like, "No way, really?" So like I'm taking that person's word for it that he was like, "Yeah, I've been paleo dig since I was 12." Maybe I just missed that, but I mean that boy in the original Jurassic Park when they're doing the fossil things, and he's like a 6-foot turkey. He looks 12, doesn't he?
Yeah. I'd be
I'm
up
not like
for
an
that
expert in
debating
kid
that.
ages, but that kid looks like he's 12.
But when he said that he used to work with Dr. Alan Grant,
Undergrad. He
Dr.
did
Alan
his
Grant,
like graduate thing or whatever.
yeah, it made me think he could have just been Billy from Jurassic Park
That's what
3.
I was
Like,
thinking
they
at
could have brought
1.2.
Billy back. He even
I
looks
was
a bit
thinking
like
it.
him.
I know. I was actually thinking about that 1.2, and then I think
But why
I
not bring
think I
Billy
looked
back?
up his name, and I'm like character names, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's not Billy. But
Mm.
yeah, I really liked the the callback to Grant. But it'd be so cool if like it was like a Billy or a 6-foot turkey kid, you know, like twisted in there. I like when they twist things like that.
Yeah, it's nice to have little connections. But
Yeah,
I
I
always
love
liked
that.
Billy in Jurassic Park 3.
I like Billy
I kind
too.
of wish they'd brought him back in Dominion as well. Like
Yeah, that'd be
when Ellie
cool.
goes to get Grant from the dig to get him to come along with her on the adventure, like he could have
Yeah.
just been there at the dig, not a major scene,
But just
major
like a
part of
little
the
thing,
movie.
be like,
Yeah,
hey, like,
yeah.
just give us a hey,
Like I wish they'd brought Sarah Harding back in that film as well. So at the end, when they all get out of Biosyn Valley, she could have been there waiting for Ian or something to give him a hug.
I
And
know.
like they seem to
It's really,
completely ignore Jurassic Park 2 and 3 all the time.
just a little tiny subtle cameo. I mean, we're not going to like advertise it like Dominion, like everyone's back in Dominion, like just a little like, oh my God, Sarah's in the background, right?
Yeah.
Like Billy's at the paleo dig, right? That'd be really cool.
Yeah, just give him one line.
See, like that's fan service to the max. Like that's like thinking about the fans, and like that's much appreciated. Yeah, I wish they would have brought back Sarah Harding for Dominion 2. Imagine getting eaten by Quetzalcoatlus. Well, we saw it. Luke Malone. Put Billy in the cartoon. That's a thought too for the cartoon stuff.
So, yeah, because they have had quite a few characters from the movies in the cartoons. Like Barry Sembeni from Jurassic World, the other raptor handler who was working with Owen.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like he's in the cartoon. Which
okay.
Liked him. I always felt that he should have been like the third lead in the Jurassic World trilogy, along with Owen and Claire.
Yeah. No, totally get it.
Dr. Wu, he's in the cartoon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. He's in like at least the first or second season at least.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm shocked that I'm able to understand your accent. Like I said, I'm really bad at accents usually. My sister's fiance is South African, so it's like after he speaks, sometimes I'm like, come again? Like, excuse me? I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I often just get into the like nod and smile mode.
Yeah. But then it's like, oh, did they ask me like a number question? And you're like, how many, I'm like, yeah. Okay, so let's go to some things that we didn't like, because I mean,
The
our scores
boyfriend
aren't perfect.
character.
Who's the boyfriend? You don't like the
character.
boyfriend character?
No.
Oh no! You didn't
He
like
really
him.
irritated me. I wanted him to get killed. He should have been.
Oh, but didn't you like a little bit of his relief? Like one or two of his comic relief things were okay for me, but then they got a little bit too much. But
no, I found him irritating right from the start. I did like that they at least gave him a couple of scenes to kind of redeem himself and show that he did have some redeemable qualities, like when he died
when he jumped in
to rescue his girlfriend. Yeah,
so, that was nice. That was nice.
But I wish they'd kind of developed it a bit more rather than keep having him revert back to being an idiot then half the time.
You know what? You make a very good point. Character development.
Like they give him little hints of it, and then he'd be back to being an idiot again.
Yes.
But like he could have sacrificed himself and died, but then sacrificed himself in a heroic way that kind of redeemed him while giving us an extra death. I'd have been up for that. Like
to save his love and the family kind of thing. Yeah,
I felt like there were too many survivors at the end. Really,
That's actually a very good point. There are a lot of survivors in this,
and it was so obvious who was going to survive and who wasn't.
Yeah.
I wish they'd surprised me, but it's like when what's his name, Duncan, at the end. I almost thought they might kill him.
Yeah.
But then they didn't. He just popped up again. I guess you've never seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, but there's a character in that. There's a character in that who blatantly gets killed, but because he tested well with test audiences, they edited him back in at the end where he just kind of pops up. He's like, I'm fine. Yeah, and I feel like that's what happened here. Like he blatantly should have been killed. How did he get away? Like the Stortus was right in front of him.
I totally agree. And that was so epic how the flare went out. And it was like, whoa, chilling.
Yeah. And I didn't want him to die because I liked him as a character. I want to see more of him in the sequels, but at the same time, I just wanted them to take some risks with who they killed.
Yeah, I agree. It would have been nice not to be so cookie cutter and knowing exactly Scarlett Johansson's not going to die. The paleontologist guy's not going to die. The family's not going to die.
It undermines the tension. Like, even though there were some tense scenes in it, it still undermined it a bit because it's like, oh, I know they're not going to kill these characters.
Yeah.
And I knew that the characters who were killed were going to be the cannon fodder characters. Like they were.
Yeah, it's like the Star Trek thing, and they go down, and you're like, okay, you read uniform guys, you're gone. Did you find? Okay, so let's talk about like the plot and how I wasn't a huge fan of the plot. I feel like it was very dry. There was no twists. Felt slow. Nothing unexpected.
Yeah, it's a very, very simple plot. Maybe because the last two films lowered my expectations so much, I was happy just going into this film and just having a fun dinosaur romp. So, like, the plot didn't bother me too much. I was happy to just enjoy seeing some cool dino action. But the plot is very bare bones, isn't it? It's,
when you have loved like a twist or like for example in The Lost World, when they go to San Diego or whatever, when he's romping around, it's like I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Because it did end reasonably abruptly, I felt as well.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. I was not a fan at all. I'm just like, okay, let's get these samples and okay. Like at least in Dominion, you took me for the biggest twist ever, and it's like now it's about locusts. It's not even about like dinosaurs. This movie's literally about like some bugs. It's not even about like dinosaurs.
Little girl, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I mean,
it was
even
very
Fallen Kingdom.
bare bones. Like they just wanted to make the most basic Jurassic. I guess because of the backlash from Dominion, they just wanted to make the most basic Jurassic Park type plot.
But it's like there's no risk.
They took it a bit too far in making it a basic Jurassic Park plot. And also, like, I loved the idea that the Jurassic World trilogy was building up to it being Jurassic World and the dinosaurs spreading across the globe. Like, you think there'd be endless story potential.
Yes,
the dinosaurs living amongst us and how that would utterly change society and how we'd have to live. But they never seem to really want to commit to it. And then this movie completely backtracks on all that. And
it wiped everything clean.
Yeah, no, they're back just being on jungle islands now. Like
it's just like, okay, now we're back at the Lost World Jurassic Park. It's like nothing happened.
It does frustrate me when these series just don't want to evolve and move forward because they don't seem to have the talent to write anything moving a series forward, so they just go back and repeat what we've seen a dozen times before.
I completely agree.
Like the Chaos Theory cartoon actually shows the effects of dinosaurs on the modern world better than the movies does.
Oh, okay. So that's what
another
Chaos
thing I
Theory
liked
is
about
about.
it as
Is
well.
about.
Yeah, you'd see
Okay.
it's like there's one episode about a community that's like a gated community because they want to shut out all the dinosaurs, and how people who are like really traumatized by dinosaurs running around have gone to live in this gated community, and just things like that, just that show little snippets of the
That's
world
interesting
now.
because, and that seems like something that would be an amazing like live action version, you know,
Yeah,
like,
I
but
think
even like a series.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I think a TV series actually works better for it because you can have different episodes about different
Yeah,
groups of people.
like you said,
and
endless
different things
stories.
going on. Yeah, but the movies
Wow.
just want to go back to what we've seen 5.5 times in the previous films of people on a desert island.
I agree.
jungle
I'm
island.
completely with you. That's why my ranking is like at the 6.5-ish because of like just not taking risks, the plot, and like Chris 1529. Hey Laura, may be a bit nitpicky take, but I thought the stuff with the family on the water went on too long. I like for Jurassic Park to stay in the park. You know what? I feel like you might have felt that the water scene went on too long because they were on the water for too long to begin with. Like they were doing like a lot of traveling on the water, right? Like they get like capsized in the water, and then like the mercenary people are coming on the water, and then there's more water stuff, and we got to talk on the water, and then now the Spinos are coming on the water, and like yeah, it was a great scene, but I can see how it's like a lot of water. We're on this boat, you know?
See, I enjoyed all that stuff. Maybe it's because I like Jaws, but because you've got the Spinosaurs, you've got the
We'll be
Mosasaurs.
talking about
cool
that.
seeing all the stuff with that.
We'll be talking
And yeah,
about that.
Jaws obviously influenced this film. I enjoyed all that. I wouldn't have wanted it to go on any longer than it did. But the amount of time we were on the water didn't bother me. But if it had been like 5 minutes more, I would have been like, let's get to the island now.
Yeah, I agree. But the Jaws influence, since you brought that up, let's chat about that. So, what are some parallel apart from like the obvious, fin, spine fin in the water, like the shark fin?
Yeah, we're like Laura going to the end of the boat with the gun. That reminded me.
Yeah. And also,
some of the shots of the boat reminded me of shots from Jaws.
Agreed. Also, he was like I think it was the bad guy. He was like, he didn't want to go save the family, and he's like blah blah blah, and then Duncan's like, he's like, it's my charter, and he's like, it's my boat. And that's actually in the scene after Quint's like, you got city hands, and he doesn't want them, on there. And then Brody's like, it's my charter, and he's like, it's my boat. So like that was exactly the same almost. It was really cool. And then also when the teenage girl was gonna go do the Mayday, and he just like stopped the Mayday. That was like Quint stopping the Mayday as well. So definitely like lots of kind of Jaws inspo in there, which was really cool to see. Because I mean, Jaws is an amazing movie.
Yeah, I love Jaws.
And also,
actually.
You what?
I watched it a few weeks ago, actually.
Oh,
Jaws.
did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Have you gotten the popcorn bucket?
But Jaws?
Have you gotten the Jaws 50th anniversary popcorn bucket? Is in the UK?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay, let's be honest. Probably not. It's all in America, right?
Get stuff like that. Like this is an anomaly. We don't normally get stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. I was shocked. I was shocked to get that giant footprint bucket. I was like, what? I was like, there's actually something other than like a paper bag for my popcorn here.
Yeah, we're not even allowed Happy Meal toys in the UK anymore. Like, fun has been outlawed here.
Wait. At McDonald's, you don't have Happy Meal toys?
No, we have cardboard cutouts of things. We don't have plastic toys.
Wait. What?
We're not allowed them for some reason.
Wait, are you talking about Kinder Surprise, or are you talking about McDonald's Happy Meal toys?
McDonald's Happy Meals, yeah.
Wait, what? This is like
sometimes
news to me.
They'll let you have like a fabric toy, but they don't do plastic toys anymore. They haven't for a few years now.
That's shocking. Is there a reason?
Well, they say it's for the environment, but I think it's just to save money because the Happy Meal still costs the same amount of money.
Oh my God, come on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Happy Meals are like one of the best parts of childhood is getting a little toy.
Yeah, and they're just cool little novelty items to collect as well. Like,
I thought they were going to be like...
No one cares about.
I thought they were going to be like, oh, we don't want to like associate like bad food with fun toy or something.
No,
that's weird.
Full of bad food.
Let's go to the chat for a sec. Not Jackie Chan. I have my Lore Legends coffee mug on shelf next to me. Whoa, crazy! No way, you have a Lore Legends coffee mug? Next to my Kenny versus Spenny mug is my Canadian coffee mug shrine. Thank you for fun videos / cheers all. Oh, that's amazing. Wow, I didn't know. I didn't think people had those mugs. I thought like maybe like my mom bought a mug and that was about it. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so back to what we didn't like about the movie. Missed opportunities. I'm going to bring this guy out because I feel like this is what I was expecting. I was expecting the chaos effect toy line with like all these crazy mutant experiments to be there. We only had like a Mutodon and we had the Distortus Rex, and I was like, that was a huge missed opportunity for all these crazy dinos. This is like a Spinosaurus and a Stegosaurus. It's called like a Stegospinos or something like that. Spinostegonus? I don't know. But it's just like, I feel like it was such missed opportunities for the mutant angle. And I feel like that was, to me, the most interesting part of the movie was like, oh, these Frankensteinish experiments. And then I'm like, whoa, what else are we going to see? Right? And we just saw the mutant.
They play that up a bit, don't they? And then it doesn't really go anywhere other than in the Distorted. But that was like, to be honest, I'm not that keen on them having too many made-up monsters. I like it to stick to real dinosaurs, even though I do like the Distortus and I do like the Indominus.
Okay, but in defense, those ones were like Indominus and like Indoraptor. Those were like designer species. This is almost like, whoa, we're making monsters by accident almost. It's like, this is not working. Like, we're trying to do this and it's not working kind of thing. Like, it's very Frankenstein-y. Not like just me personally, I was really looking forward to like more mutants. I really wanted to see that. Like, for example, do you remember when we were in the river scene? So we were crossing a river, a body of water. Oh, wait, before it disappears. Super sticker Charlie Jeffrey James. Oh, thank you very much. That's so sweet of you. Wow. And we were in the water and there was like an anaconda or something or a snake in the water. I thought it was going to be that crazy chaos effect thing. It was called the Tanaconda. Yeah. With like the big neck that always flops down and you don't prop it up with like other toys. Yeah, it's called the Tanaconda. And it's like a Tanistropheus, whatever that is, and an anaconda put together. It's just like basically it's like a Brachiosaurus. To all those people who don't know, it's like a really Brachiosaurus looking thing, and it's like anaconda teeth, and it's so cool looking. So I thought that was gonna be in the water. I thought that like, how cool would that have been? I feel like that was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it was weird in general. They kept showing these little things like that, but not really doing anything with them. Like I was like, what is that? And then it just goes away. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Nothing, I guess.
like the boa or the anaconda or whatever. Like, don't you feel like that was a missed opportunity for a cool monster or mutant or dino, whatever, in the water? But it's just like, there's something in here. Go faster. Like, could have done something with that.
Yeah.
Prehistoric Beast Models says, what is your favorite scene in Rebirth? That's a really good question. That's actually one of the questions I have later on, but let's answer that now. Yeah, what is your favorite scene in Rebirth?
There's quite a few that I like. I mean, the T-Rex river scene's the obvious one, but to be honest, I was less invested in the family than I was in the mercenary team. So even though that river scene's great, I just didn't really care that much about the family, so that kind of detracts from it a bit. I had the Spinosaurus attack, the Mosasaurus attack. I don't know. I quite like the Distortus Rex. I thought that was quite cool as well.
Yeah.
Probably is this Spino and Mosasaurus stuff, I guess. I think is my favorite.
There's also the Titanosaurus scene too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a sweet scene. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not like a dinosaur expert here, but like, do they in fact have these like snaky giant tails that act like tentacle snakes?
Yeah, it seems sort of unrealistic.
Very big.
It's hard to imagine that being a real thing. Yeah.
I was just like, whoa. He's like,
where's my Titano? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked it up.
Look like that. Yeah, I haven't looked it up either. Like, look, you got the UK Titan. Is it like, it's like exactly the same, hey?
Yeah, I've got the exact same 3 that you've got.
Exactly.
I got from one cinema. Yeah. I should be getting the big, proper Mattel one in a few days.
Oh, really? How did you get that?
on Amazon. I got it on pre-order. So it should be coming at some point in the next week.
Okay, wait. You got the giant Titanosaurus model on Amazon. Did you get it on Amazon.com?
No,
or did you
UK.
get like Amazon UK?
Amazon UK. Yeah.
Weird. I thought it was only exclusive to Target. So I never know like who's got what for toys. So I'm gonna have to do that. Oh, and how did you get your Spinosaurus?
What, the Hammond collection one or the?
Yeah. How did you get your Hammond collection Spinosaurus?
Oh yeah, that was Amazon as well. Amazon UK.
Jesus!
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I was way too slow to get the Spinosaurus on Amazon, and I'm like so upset. And I'm just like, every time I see someone post something about their Spinosaurus, I'm like, I'm so happy for you.
It's kind of annoying with this stuff because you've got to really be on it the second this stuff comes out.
I know. I just wish it was like available for
where it's available. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. Like, luckily, I've had people comment on my Instagram saying this is available on this website now in the UK. Go get it, ASMP.
Oh, okay. And you're like, okay, well,
yeah,
I just spent like
really
200 euros getting it here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked about
the baby dinosaur that was in it. Like,
I have that question later too, Dolores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a few questions about her. I was going to ask you, did you like that character? And what did you think about the girl taking it at the end?
Well, she's basically taken it to die, hasn't she? Like,
I guess so, unless they're going to be like sailing around like the equator or something.
Exactly. Like, I thought all the dinosaurs who aren't on these islands die of either the cool temperatures or illness. So little.
Yeah, I think it was. You know what would have been a cute scene? Her like saying bye to it and giving it like another Twizzler, and giving it like another Twizzler, and then it takes the Twizzler and it like goes to like another like Aqualops.
Yeah, like an adult
family.
One.
And it's like oh my god, Dolores was a mom this whole time. Well, not a mom. Maybe Dolores was a little baby, and it like goes to like the parents and like maybe her brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
and then it'll be like, wow, that's nice.
But you know, sort of bittersweet, sad, and that. But instead, they just went for like a bland. Oh, she's going to take the dinosaur home.
It just felt like such a product placement.
Yeah,
it's just like we need.
I think it's because Bumpy was so popular in Camp Cretaceous, so they basically wanted to like put a Bumpy type dinosaur in this movie.
I see.
So they can sell loads of toys of Dolores to the kiddies.
Yeah. I that was like, I really think it was very unnecessary, but you know, from a marketing perspective and trying to make money on this, like, it's kind of
because the kids do love Bumpy. When I went to that Jurassic World experience in London a few weeks ago, they had a little Bumpy there, like the puppet. And the kids went crazy, like, Bumpy.
Oh, that's so cute.
It was sweet, yeah.
Yeah, so now everyone's like, Dolores.
Well, yeah, I think that's the plan.
Yeah, crazy. Okay. Another thing that I really did not like about this is that there was not a single dino fight scene. I don't care where the dino fight scene is. Could have been at the beginning, middle, end. I don't care. I understand they didn't do like, you know, a stereotypical Jurassic thing about doing it at the end.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't somewhere. At the end. I'm glad the T-Rex didn't come in at the end to fight.
Yeah. So I think that was like, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like they didn't do that, and I'm okay with that. But you could have had one dino fight just somewhere in the movie.
The dino fight I've always wanted, and I can't believe they haven't done it yet, is a T-Rex versus a Triceratops. Like, isn't that the most obvious dinosaur fight to have?
That's like one of the most like stereotypical, like, oh, it's like that and that. Like they should have done that.
Yeah,
they should have done that like a long time ago.
7 movies in, we still haven't seen a Triceratops versus a T-Rex. I want that. I wanted that in the first. When I was a little kid, I was like, why didn't the Triceratops and the T-Rex fight each other? And I'm still thinking it now. Like,
and you still didn't get it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because like I you know, you kind of see like a lot of old dinosaur movies and stuff, and it's usually like T-Rex and the Stego or T-Rex and the Triceratops, right? So. And it would be cool to see them fight too, like how the Triceratops fights, you know, just like ramming it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but were you also kind of sad that there was no dino fight?
It didn't really bother me because we've had that so many times in the other movies anyway.
Yeah, but not even a little fight. Not even like a little fight.
I didn't miss it. No, I didn't.
Not even like even the shortness of like a Spino versus T-Rex fight. Like even like that was a small little fight scene in Jurassic Park 3, but like just a little tiny one.
I thought maybe they'd do that because of Jurassic Park 3. At some point, they'd have a T-Rex come in and kill a Spinosaurus just to finally.
That'd actually be pretty funny. That'd actually be pretty funny.
I was kind of surprised they didn't do that, actually.
Yeah, that actually be kind of funny. Hello, Ed Keaton. Happy Sunday, Laura. Oh, thank you so much for joining me. I know that you commented a few times saying you were going to come, so thank you so much for joining. That's amazing. I'm glad you're able to do it while we did the switch in time. That's amazing. Okay, so
I know we've seen loads of the Velociraptors in the other movies, so maybe people are bored with them. But I was kind of sad that we didn't get a bit more Velociraptor action, because the Velociraptor designs in this movie are actually really nice. They're kind of very Jurassic Park 3-ish. But you can barely see them.
It. How did you even? I didn't even like see anything. I just like
because I've got the toy of it. Like,
oh, you do.
That's how I know the design.
Oh, that's insane! Because with my 3D glasses and it's all dim, and I'm like, there's a Velociraptor, I think, in the back. Like,
yeah, it was too dark.
I couldn't see anything. That's so reminiscent of JP3. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is, and even the color scheme, like the blue around the eye.
Yeah. That's neat. But I guess, the Raptors were replaced with like the Mutodons, right?
Yeah.
Like, but
even though I really like the Distortus Rex, I wasn't that keen on the Mutodons. I'd actually rather they had the Velociraptors in those scenes instead.
And also I feel like they were kind of like drab. Like it would have been cool if they were like, like the Chaos Effect line, like colorful, cool. Did you see that little compy? Did you see that little red compy?
Oh yeah. I thought
yeah. So I was like, okay, so it's like they have a little bit of like this chaos effect in there, but I mean they didn't. I just wanted more of that. I wanted more like mutation. I wanted more Frankenstein experiments, but the Mutodons were like a little too. They get a little tiresome. Like
they
after the first like
to do much that a Velociraptor couldn't do. Like
yeah. I wasn't a giant fan of the Mutodons. The Distortus, like you said, was really cool. It was actually really scary, especially like with the flares in its face, and it was.
I think it's because it reminds me of the Xenomorph from Alien.
Yeah, Xenomorph and like a beluga whale and like a rancor from. It also looks like a penis. Doesn't it?
Xenomorph is based on that, and
I know, but like it actually like. But it's weird because the Xenomorph actually is like cool, like almost metallic-y, like hard looking, right? But then the Distortus Rex is literally like the flesh color of a male appendage.
I got it here.
There you go. Like, look, if you cover his face, I love the shaking feature, don't you? That's a really cool feature. I actually didn't know it did that until I got it. I was like, wow, that's amazing. Then Forgiven looks like the tip. Yeah, it really does look like the tip. Like, listen, just cover its face, and it looks like a penis. It really does, and it's like fleshy colored. That's so cool.
That's a cool toy.
It is neat. The little like dangly arms on it, like the inside arms. Did those actually move, or were they just like completely like?
They're really floppy on this. Yeah, and I thought it was broken, so I went back in the store, but they were all like it. Because I thought maybe the joints are broken because they're so loose.
Okay. So the toy's floppy, but it was floppy in the movie?
No, because I did look out for it because the toy ones are floppy. I did think maybe these arms are just useless, but no, in the film it does seem to move them.
Did they? I actually don't even remember if he moved those or not. Well, it actually would be kind of cool if they were just like vestigial little dormant limbs that didn't do anything.
So it
just like it grew out of him like that. That'd be really neat.
Because the toy vibrates like that, I thought they were going to play into the idea that this poor creature is actually like in pain. And you know that episode of The Simpsons where that prince gets turned into a frog and he's like,
kill me.
I thought like the Distortus was going to be like that, but they don't really delve into that.
So then they have to like put it out of its misery kind of thing?
Yeah, or make it like slightly sympathetic because this creature that's like just deformed and grotesque is like really in pain and stuff as well, and it's shaking because it's.
I get that. I actually am very impressed that you got that. Like, that's a really cool way to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just purely because the toy shakes like that. And
That's neat. Good observation. That would have been a cool thing. Another cool like avenue, but it was just like pretty
Tallulah Lee just said like Alien 4, like the newborn in Alien Resurrection, where that's somewhat sympathetic at the end. This poor deformed creature when it's going through. I don't really like Alien Resurrection, but like that scene is pretty horrific when it's being sucked into space. I actually feel sorry for it. Like,
no, that's a great parallel too. The Alien Resurrection one. You actually do feel sympathy like for it, Yes, we talked about the mutants. And okay, so I know you're like into the toys and stuff. And did you feel that the toy line had a lot of cool toys, a lot of cool variety? We didn't really see that in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This. I don't think we've mentioned this, have we? How much the trailers give away? Like, the trailers are basically the movie, but condensed down. Like, every scene in the film has a snippet in the trailer.
Yeah.
So it's like all the dinosaurs you see in the trailer are in the film. There's no surprises really of like, oh, this dinosaur's turned up, this dinosaur. Yeah, I wish it had more dinosaurs that we didn't know were going to be in it. Like,
exactly.
There's some really cool ones.
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you. The trailer, especially for this one, it was just like I watched one trailer and I'm like, wow, okay, I like kind of like know everything that's going on.
And they really do give away every goddamn scene. If you
that's why you always gotta just like watch a teaser trailer, not like an official trailer.
Myself.
You know what's crazy is at the beginning, it like in the when I was in the movie theater, at the beginning, you know, they like, you know, talk about like some behind the scenes of Jurassic Rebirth and all that stuff, and they're like, yeah, Scarlett Johansson's character must go on the island and collect 3 samples from the blah blah blah, the blah blah blah, the blah blah. I'm like, I don't really like. Why are you telling me that? Like, stop telling me things. Like, just leave me alone. Like, why are you telling us that? What if there's like people that didn't even see the trailer, and you're like telling them exactly what the movie's about? Like, I just feel like nowadays movies are just spoiled so easy.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I guess they think it's going to get more people in if you see, oh, this dinosaur's going to... It's kind of like in Marvel movies. There was a Thor movie that had the Incredible Hulk in, and it would have been so cool if we didn't know the Hulk was going to be in that film. And same with like the Captain America film that had Spider-Man in, and it would have been so awesome watching that film not knowing Spider-Man was going to be in it.
Right.
And then it turned up, but the trailers gave it all away because I guess they feel that's going to get more people in the cinemas if they know that stuff's going to happen. But it just takes all the cool surprises that could have been in there.
Yeah, it's been like a long time since a movie has like surprised me. You know, like obviously you watch like, you know, old movies I've come and gone, but like new recent movies, I feel like nothing has, you know, jumped out at me. I'm like, oh, that's unexpected. Like, have you seen Nosferatu?
No. Oh no, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, it's literally Dracula. It's literally Dracula.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, this is exactly the same. Like Alien Romulus is like, wow, this is exactly the same. So that's why I'm hoping that Predator Badlands does something cool. I hope that because I feel like they could have some great like parallels and surprises with like the Alien franchise, homages to other Predator movies. Like,
because I mean, I don't want to give away spoilers for Badlands. I don't know if you've seen that. Badlands.
Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything. Okay. I just like I want to go into that like clean cut. I don't know what that means, clean cut. I just want to go like I want to go completely clean in there. Okay, so we agree that the toy line presented us with such amazing dinosaurs and all different types too. Like there's some really neat ones that I've never seen before, and then in the movie then there's like no surprises.
Yeah.
How did you feel about? Okay, so I know this was kind of like a standalone-ish movie, but do you feel like it didn't really progress the lore and the plot that much? I feel like it just wiped away Jurassic World.
Yeah, I mean, it's annoying that they just refuse to develop the series with dinosaurs spreading across the world. Like the whole setup of the Jurassic World trilogy was that it's literally going to become a Jurassic World.
Yeah.
And then they just backtrack on it. That's really frustrating. But at the same time, I was happy enough to just have a self-contained dinosaur adventure like Jurassic Park 3 and have fun with it. I don't necessarily always need movies to be connected to a bigger story, even though it is nice, but only if they actually have a story to tell. I don't want them to just do it for the sake of it, and you end up with Dominion, which just is like a mess. They're trying to do all these things and make it some bigger, shattering story about locusts killing everything or whatever was going on there.
Like, what were they thinking? Like, that was awful.
That's another thing though that was in the arcade game. Actually, there is a level in the arcade game where you're just shooting big giant bugs.
Are you joking?
No. And
are they locusts?
No, they're like just big fly type things. I mean, maybe they are supposed to be locusts. I'm not really sure what they are. Just big flying bugs. But it did make me think, oh, did Dominion take influence from this?
That's so weird. You should try to like zero in on those bugs if you have footage of you playing it and see exactly what those bugs are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I try to ID the bug, you know, be like, whoa, that is a locust. Oh my god.
It surprised me when I was playing the game.
They played the game.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, so Dominion wasn't the first time we've had giant bugs in the franchise.
Yeah, that's funny. How did you feel about the CGI in the movie?
I didn't think it was too bad. I mean, I don't think they used any practical effects at all in this, which is kind of.
I think one dinosaur was practical.
Oh, the baby one. The baby one must have been practical.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah. I thought that there was like a dead dinosaur or something. That was like the only
the
practical thing.
I think it was. Yeah, that was practical. And I think some of the shots of the baby when it's in the rucksack might be practical. Like
maybe.
But yeah, I thought it was all right. I think they rushed it quite a bit. From what I could tell, like the movie was really rushed into production because the studio just wanted it out ASAP. But it looked all right to me. What about you?
I don't know, like I just felt like it was so CGI heavy, and that's what really set apart like a lot of the original Jurassic films that we really do like. You know, and even like Jurassic World did some, practical and stuff, and I don't know, man. I feel like it was just like so CGI heavy, and it just kind of like lost a little bit of that like realness. Oh, wait, just before this, Craig T, have you read the book Raptor, read by Robert Baker or Backer? It's a novel told from the point of view of a Utah raptor. That's weird. I've never heard of that. Have you?
No. That sounds a cool concept though.
That's interesting.
So I like the Age of Reptiles comic. I don't know if you ever heard of that or read that.
No.
It's basically a comic book set during prehistoric times, just showing the story of a T-Rex family and a Velociraptor, a Deinonychus family, and a load of other dinosaurs. There's no words or anything.
Really? So it's just like a kind of picture comic?
Yeah, but it's really beautifully illustrated. And I'd love that as a film. Like if they did a prequel to Jurassic Park set back in prehistoric time, just showing the dinosaurs, no words or anything, no speaking, obviously. But
yeah.
That's really cool, just from the dinosaurs' perspectives. This like group of T-Rexes and Deinonychus and all these other.
What's that book called again?
Age of Reptiles.
Age of Reptiles.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to look into that. That sounds actually pretty cool.
It's in the UK. It was actually reprinted in the Jurassic Park comic, even though it's not a Jurassic Park series. But just in the UK, they put it as a backup strip in the Jurassic Park comic, and that's how I ended up reading it. And I thought,
oh, interesting. Huh. So it's actually a backstrip in some of the original comics.
Well, in the UK it was. In America, it was just its own comic book series.
Okay.
There's a graphic novel of it you can buy.
Okay, so just like a UK.
Yeah, if you Google it and like some of the artwork, I love the artwork in it. It's really gorgeous looking.
That sounds like a cool concept. It'd also be cool to a book, and it's like in the perspective of like the Indominus or like the Indoraptor, and it's just like it's going through agony, That'd be pretty neat. Okay. So we'll talk about the Snickers in a second. But what did you feel like there was a lot of product placement in this movie?
I did notice, I remember noticing it at the time, but I actually don't remember any of it now. So I guess it didn't work that well.
The Altoids mints. There was like a Jeep ad, and there was like Snickers, and then I think there was like a shoe company or something. Does anyone else remember any of the product placements? If you remember from the movie, Dr. Pepper. There was a Dr. Pepper. See, like there was a lot of product stuff.
See, product placement never really works for me. It just like goes in one.
You just don't even like notice it.
And then it just I do remember like at the time thinking, oh, there's some product placement here, but I can't remember what they were.
It'd be funny if they're like doing a Dr. Pepper and they're just like, there's basically no product placement in any of the original three, right? Like I don't think there's any
No, I
real
can't
product
really
placement.
remember
If there was, it just goes over our head.
other than like Jeep, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like they're like zooming in all the logo, like,
Yeah,
Jeep, look at
yeah.
that, like
Like, they're, like
sunset
standing there
Jeep.
with a Coke, and yeah. Not that I
Yeah.
noticed anyway.
Oh yeah, Barbasol, I guess too. Barbasol, that's true, but also it kind of like you, just kind of goes over my head. I'm just like, ah. But I really felt like the product placement was very apparent in this one. It just kind of felt like a little bit. Okay. Big controversial topic here. I think that we're gonna have different opinions. What do you think about the Snickers bar?
Yeah, that was the one thing I was like, really? That's going to be how this all kicks off?
I loved it.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
I thought it was
And I'll tell you why I loved it. After you tell me why you didn't like it, then I'll tell you why I loved it.
It just seems so anticlimactic, and like, I don't know, would that even happen? Like, it seems like a really poorly designed system that all it would take is like a rapper getting stuck in it to blow the whole thing.
Yeah. I get that.
Like, and you've got this giant monster who is able to get loose. Like, it's a terribly flawed design to that.
Yeah. No, I totally get that.
It didn't bother me so much that I was like thinking about it throughout the rest of the movie. I pretty much just like forgot about it.
Yeah, you're like, okay, done.
Like,
now we're on the next
thing.
thing.
Really caught up on that. Like, that ruined the movie for them.
Yeah.
But like, it didn't bother me that much, other than at the time thinking, really. But
okay, everyone. Laura here loved the Snickers bar wrapper. I loved it, and I'll tell you why. I felt like it was almost a homage to Dennis Nedry being messy with all his chocolate wrappers everywhere, and it like Dennis was the reason why Jurassic Park like went awry due to his like his being unorganized, what he was doing, cracking through the doors here, security, blah, 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 turning it off. And I just feel like the Snickers bar represented Dennis Nedry of how one little tiny thing, one little tiny problem could just make a huge problem. We would never think that a Snickers bar wrapper could lead to chaos. And I think it was just so cool, like the juxtaposition of like how chaotic a little Snickers bar was. So I actually really enjoyed that. I know it's like a huge long stretch, like it's like far-fetched. It's like, yeah, okay, Snickers bar, but I thought it was cool. That's
an interesting way of taking
it. Yeah, I know.
Like,
I'm telling you, I feel the Dennis Nedry vibes in that. And actually, what I did is I watched that scene of Jurassic Park yesterday, like at nighttime, and I was watching when like Nedry's like eating stuff, right? And he's like, and then also they like, wipe his desk clean.
Yeah.
And he's like, does anyone want anything from the vending machines? And I'm like, where's the Snickers bar? Because if there was a Snickers bar, that would have been amazing. But I couldn't find a Snickers bar.
So now you've pointed it out, there's blatant fat phobia in the Jurassic Park franchise. Like, Dennis Nedry, he ruined the first movie, like caused all that chaos. Now the fat guy in Rebirth and his greed eating the Snickers bar.
It's all these big guys are just like taking down all these parks.
Causing all these chaos.
Don't hire big guys. Oh man, that's crazy. But I'm glad you see the perspective a little bit of the Snickers.
No, I quite like that actually.
Yeah. It's just an interesting take. I know a lot of people hated the Snickers part. I thought, don't get cheap on me, Dotson. I agree. Okay. Also, I feel like there was not enough. I don't know if we touched upon this, but just not enough D-Rex. I know it was kind of almost like a Jaws-esque type of thing where like, oh, it's a secret the whole time. But the thing is, at least Jaws, we saw glimpses of it and we're like, whoa, what is this? Whoa, it's big. Oh my God. But then D-Rex was just like, at the end, that's it.
Yeah. It was,
we didn't get any glimpses or anything.
Yeah, it was a bit like it was just the final boss that they get, because the whole movie is actually set up a bit like a video game.
It's like your arcade. It's like your arcade.
One objective to another. Like, right, we've got to go to this dinosaur and get that DNA. Then we go to this dinosaur and get that DNA.
That's
and then the
so true.
It's like, and normally I hate that because I'm not really a big video game person anyway. So I don't want movies to be written like video games.
That is so true, though. I actually never thought about that.
Is that like, what was that last Star Wars movie? Not Last Jedi, not Force Awakens, the other one.
Oh God, I haven't. I only saw Force Awakens. I haven't seen anything after that.
No, I've watched them, but I haven't paid to watch them.
Oh, there's like Rise of the Skywalker.
Right, yeah, Rise of Skywalker. Like that
Rise
movie
Skywalker, something like that.
Is set up right, just like a video game. Like they've got to go to this objective.
Objectives.
Then that gets to that objective for that thing, and shoot people along the way, and then get to that objective. And it's just awful. But it didn't bother me in this movie. I think because I like the arcade game, I actually kind of liked seeing a live action version of the arcade game in a way.
It sounds awfully like this
Rebirth.
arcade game. Are you saying it's all this 2015 Jurassic arcade game?
Yeah, that's what. Maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see because I really enjoy playing that game. But reminded me of that and made me feel like I was kind of watching a live action version of that video game that I've played. But yeah, and the Distortus was just like the boss fight at the end waiting there. But yeah, I agree. It would have been nice to have seen a bit more of it in between.
I
wonder
totally...
if it'll come back for a sequel. If they make a sequel, I wonder if we'll see more of the D-Rex. Because they didn't kill it off like they did the Indominus.
That is very true. That's very true. It is open.
Indominus is really, really popular, I've noticed. Like, kids love the Indominus Rex. I think maybe Universal regret killing it off. So if they've kept the Distortus alive so they can keep using it.
Yeah.
The same that they did with the Indominus.
Yeah, it's a very ambiguous ending. And so that's my next point of why I didn't really enjoy this movie that much is there was no like... The ending was kind of blah, and it wasn't really like an epic ending. It didn't have to necessarily be like a dinosaur fight, but didn't you feel like it was very lackluster?
Yeah, it was. I did kind of want a bit more from the ending.
Yeah.
It just sort of feels like it's... But that's very much like Jurassic Park 3 as well. I didn't feel like Jurassic Park 3 had a big epic ending. Like, you had the big Spinosaur fight, then it still goes on a little bit, and you have that scene with the raptors. And then it just ends. It's like, right, well, we've got to the end of the runtime, end of movie. Let's go. You know, like
but the ending. But wait. In the ending of the first one, they're in the helicopter, and like there's like the storks and stuff, right? And the second one, there's like the T-Rex and stuff. And they're seeing them on the island, and then they're like rah rah, right? And then the third one. The third one with the ending, they're like, oh, they're probably going to nest, and they see them on the water, right? So if you see, like, every single Jurassic has had a pretty interesting ending, and it generally ends with like pteranodons, you know, in it.
Yeah, because at the end of this one, they had the music kick in, the typical Jurassic Park.
But there was like no little like glimpse.
But nothing magical going on in the background. It was like they were just
like the boat's gone away. Yeah. It's not like a mosasaur like jumped, you know, like did like a breach, or like Spinosaurus like maybe was like going after them.
Feel appropriate when it kicked in, just like that music doesn't match the scene of them just sitting on the boat sailing away with nothing else going on.
Yeah. No, it felt Jerry Pelicans. Yeah, it was Pelicans in the first one. I just felt like it was a very lackluster ending. And when you look at every single ending of even the Jurassic Worlds, they're epic endings. Like Rexy roaring at a lion, and like Blue looking at a town down below in the desert. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, there's that implication that it's a Jurassic World now.
Yeah. No, they were all such epic endings.
Yeah.
And this one didn't have...
self-contained. It's like it didn't want to give us the slightest glimpse that there could be a sequel almost.
No,
it's over. That's it.
No, it was such a dry ending. And every single ending has had a dinosaur in the ending. And this was just like, okay, sail away. Could have had something. I mean, that's pretty rude. Don't you find that rude? I found that rude.
How self-contained the movie was.
Yeah, that's also kind of like a little point off there. It's just that ending was just not like it wasn't a good, satisfactory ending. You took Dolores with you, and like, okay, good for you. You got a little dinosaur pet until it dies.
They should have had the sweet ending you suggested of her like letting the dinosaur.
Bringing a Twizzler to her family.
Yeah,
that would have been so cute. They're like, whoa, Dolores has so many brothers and sisters. Look, it's mom and dad. Okay, so. Go ahead.
Well, this movie's had so much hate online. I don't think I've seen a positive review of this movie on YouTube. Like, everyone hates it.
Really?
Yeah. And I really didn't think, even though we've like listed negatives about it, and it definitely it's not like a perfect movie. I thought it was a perfectly fine action adventure dinosaur romp. But it seems like everyone seems to hate it. And I don't know if it's just because there's a lot of that on YouTube now. Like, every movie reviewer on YouTube just like wants to hate on everything that gets the views, or if people legitimately do hate this movie and I'm just not seeing it.
I get you. I'm seeing it like whenever I see articles pop up, they're all like kind of negative for sure.
It's like the reverse of how I felt about like we said about Alien Romulus earlier. I feel like I'm in a reverse situation now where everyone loves Romulus but me.
And I'm like, how do you guys like this? It's literally like the first, so like literally the first movie. And they just brought it, like made it like available for like the younger generation.
And that awful scene where the android goes, "Get away from her, you bitch." It's like
just that
50 years before Ripley says it as well. Like you've randomly said the same thing that Ripley's going to say in 50 years' time.
That movie was just like. I actually don't really have words for that movie. I found it incredibly boring, and I actually think it took me like 2 tries to watch it. It's just those blah. You know what? Let me see if I can do a poll on here, and maybe we can do a poll and see the majority of what people thought. It was good. Romulus had a few good ideas, but yeah, way too much retreading. Yeah, too much recycling, too much retreading. I totally agree.
Yeah, I didn't like them bringing Ian Holmes back. I thought that was unnecessary. CGI Ian Holmes robot.
Just it's like be a little more original. I thought they were gonna like progress like a little bit more, and just I thought it was gonna be it was like a waste of time. It really was. I didn't like it. Okay, so let me see if I can do this. You are live. View on YouTube.
Prehistoric Beasts models does have a good point. Like when they leave the island, I was thinking, like, what about the Mosasaurus and the Spinosauruses? Like that, they were a big threat when you got to the island and they smashed up your big boat. Now you're on this little motorboat. You've gone back out to sea. What's going to happen with the Mosasaurus and the Spinosaurus? Like, are they just not going to bother with you this time? Like, how are they going to get back on that little boat
That's a really good point. Yeah, and like we were kind of saying, is that it would have been cool if like maybe the Spinosauruses were like, maybe you saw like a fin, going after it. Okay, can everyone hear me still?
I can.
Okay, we're gonna do a poll. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. So what should we? What's a good question to ask for this? Like, how do we? Like, did you like it? Did you not like it?
Yeah. I guess like yeah.
Okay. Did you
simply do you like it or not?
Like Rebirth? Like Rebirth. Yes or no? Okay, ready? Start poll. Did you like Rebirth? Yes or no? Here we go. Whoa, it's like, it's going.
I'm going to go and vote on it myself.
%60 yes. 60%, 62% yes. 59% yes. Oh, 50-50? 60-40. 60-40. It's kind of looking like an average. Are you able to see how many people are voting in this?
Yeah. I literally just went on there and voted myself. I voted yes.
Oh, really? You add to the vote?
Yeah.
Wow, it's looking like it's averaging 60% yes. Okay, you know what? That's actually quite a good average, because our ratings, right, that we did were like in between 6 and 7, 6.5, right? 6.57. So that's like exactly the 60% kind of mark, right?
Yeah.
Wow, so that's pretty much it. Interesting.
But yeah, I agree. The movie makes, like how successful it is. I think most other Jurassic World movies have all made like $1 billion each.
Yeah, I think this one, the last I checked, was like getting close to like 350 or 400 million, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too sure, and that was just like opening global. I'm not too sure. I'm sure someone has more accurate information of how Jurassic Rebirth is doing.
But when I went to see it, I went opening night, and I went at about like 11 o'clock at night, so it was a pretty late showing. There was only, including myself, 5 people in the theatre.
Wait, what?
On opening night, watching this movie.
And you guys got all these cool cup toppers, and you didn't even have that much of an audience? What? Yeah, Mine was jam-packed.
Really?
Mine was jam packed. I had a single seat next to me that was free, and I'm like, oh great, there's no way that this is gonna be like a sold out theater. No one's gonna sit there. And then someone's like, oh, I'm sitting here. I'm like, God damn it! So I had to like move all my stuff off of it because I kind of claimed it as like a little like coat holder.
Like
So
I say, it was 11 o'clock at night, so maybe it was just too late, and it was on a Wednesday.
Oh yeah, maybe. Mine was a 6:50 showing, so that was probably a really popular one.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
how
I
do you feel?
went late at night so that there wouldn't be anyone else there, like so I could just sit wherever I wanted. I got in the big seat at the back that's electronic.
Oh,
and I could
you guys have the recliner seats.
Yeah. Well, so they have some recliner seats. So like if I go there when no one else is there, I can just claim one.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, we have the recliner seats too, but it's like selected seating, so you have to like sit where your ticket like told you.
You're supposed to, but if there's no one else in there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Especially if you're on that midnight showing like you were. Yeah. Rebirth has a 6.3 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. That's exactly what we were thinking, like 6.5ish, right?
Really, so.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm actually just a little shocked that your theater was that empty and you still had all this extra merch that I had. That's great. Did you have these little plushies?
No. Well,
there you go. Okay, look at this cute little mosasaur plushie.
No, they did have plushies. Yeah, I didn't buy any, but they did have plushies, yeah.
Okay, yeah, they had the Spinosaurus, they had like the Mosasaurus. I think they had like a Velociraptor and a T-Rex or something, but like
I didn't pay much attention to them, so I can't remember what ones they had. But I did notice they were there in the rack.
You know what? You probably got all the ones I have, and you probably got like an extra two or three, like the. Okay, let's go here. Back to the list. Okay, so I have the big kind of questions that we can go through, but let's just take a little look at the chatsy. The Dun Eye said, to be honest, I'm gonna skip it. Same plot as each and every movie. Dinosaurs get loose and eat people. You know what? I would highly recommend you give it a shot though. You might be a little surprised. It might feel a little video gamey to you. You know, a little video gamey plot of like, check that. We got to go through that and that. But you might have a good time. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong that it is dinosaurs get loose and eat people, but like that can be fun, I think.
Yeah.
If it's done in a fun way, preferably they would have evolved the series and done something different. But if they are going to just do the same thing over, they at least did it in a fun way, I thought.
I think they did it in a safe way.
Oh yeah, it was a very safe Jurassic
movie. Chris said, might be best to let the franchise rest for a little while. That's true. It'd be nice to have a little rest, but then we don't get cool merch and stuff.
Exactly,
and I guess but do you feel like it's kind of turning into Star Wars?
Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as Star Wars, but
do you feel like they're like kind of like poking it?
I feel like every franchise is
dance, dinosaur, dance.
Every franchise is getting like that now.
It really is. The Alien and Predator franchise is starting to do that now as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Alien movies, and they've done a lot of crossover things. There's a lot of Predator movies too, but I feel like now they're just exploiting it more.
I think they're even now. The amount of Alien and Predator movies, they've got the same amount now.
Are they now?
If you include the animated Predator movie from a month back that came out.
Do you include crossover movies as each of them a movie?
Yeah. I'll give them one AVP each.
Okay. Please don't cross over with another franchise. It'll be the death of JP. Yeah. If they cross over for anything, no, can't do it.
Almost, when I saw the Distortus Rex and it reminded me of the Alien, I almost thought, are they going to try and tie this into an Alien versus Predator universe?
Please no. That would have been worse than Dominion.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted
worse than Dominion. Dino Riders was so legit. Yeah, those are pretty sweet action figures. Be pretty cool if they did a Dino movie spin on that. That'd be cool.
So that's kind of where the franchise could have gone.
Fallen Kingdom was kind of getting there.
Yeah. Someone said that the only good Predator movies are the first, second, and Prey. I actually really enjoyed the third one, Predators.
I love Predators.
Yeah, I didn't like it when it first came out because it did just seem like a rehash of the original. But then I rewatched it a few years later and actually had a really fun time with it.
Oh, Predators is like such an interesting concept.
But where they're on the other planet, like
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like a game reserve, and it's like they're
Yeah.
hunting all like there's like the Yakuza and like the
Mm.
like there. I thought it was an incredible movie. I love
I really
that
like the
movie.
hunting dogs in that they use and that. Yeah,
Yeah, I really enjoyed Predators a lot.
Yeah.
That's one of like and also like controversial opinion here, but like I loved all like the Prometheus and the other things. Like I really liked those movies. I thought they were
Romulus
good.
as well.
Yeah, but the Romulus like a
No,
rehash.
what's the other one? There's Prometheus. What was the sequel to Covenant? That's it, Covenant.
Covenant, yeah,
like
Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You liked
Yeah,
Covenant?
Yeah, I liked all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you not like them?
No, I don't like any.
Oh, come on!
I wish they'd
It's
stop
an
making
adventure.
prequels to Alien. Like, I don't like any of the prequels, like the AVP movies. Well, actually, I do quite like the first AVP movie, but I don't like that it's set before Alien. I think any Alien movie set before the events of Alien kind of undermines it. I like
What
the
would you
idea that
say is
Alien
your
was
worst-
the first time.
What is your worst Predator Alien movie? I'm gonna go ahead and say Requiem is the worst one.
I would say that if not for the wolf predator. Like, I love the predator.
Okay, he's a cool character, but does he carry the whole movie?
He makes it entertaining enough for me. Like, my worst one is probably Predator 4. That one we did a live stream about.
Yes, we did.
The Predator. I hated that. It's so stupid.
The ending was really stupid.
I hated. I can't get through that. Like, I can watch Alien vs Predator Requiem just for the wolf predator. Like,
wow.
His scenes like entertain me. I might like drift off for the rest of the movie, but as soon as he turns up on screen, I'm engaged and I enjoy it. But there's nothing about the Predator that I can watch. I think that is my least.
You know what? We should totally do like another when, like I said, when like Badlands comes out or something. We should do like a big like bitch fest of Predator, Alien, and stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
Like Alien and Predator is up there with Jurassic Park for me. It's one of my favorite movie franchises.
It's a great franchise.
Alien.
Yeah.
Like the original 3 Alien movies, anyway. Like, I just absolutely love them.
What would you say you like more, Alien or Predator? Like, what franchise do you like a little bit more?
Alien.
Yeah.
Definitely. As much as I like Predator, but yeah, Alien I think is like a quality above Predator. Like the first 3 Alien movies, anyway, have got like a more artistry about them. I think, like more of a sort of vision from the directors.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat those original Alien movies for sure. All right, back to this Rebirth movie. Okay, well now after talking about like cool movies, you know, like Predators and, you know, Alien and Aliens, it's kind of, this movie doesn't seem that fantastic.
I just want to mention one other movie again. Have you heard of Primitive War? A movie called
I think I've heard of it, but I haven't seen any.
Oh, that's a dinosaur movie that's coming out at some point in the next 6 months or whatever. That looks quite fun. About like, I think it's set during the Vietnam War, and they come across a group of dinosaurs, and it's just like balls to the wall dinosaur.
No way.
Action. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
That's actually really
based
cool
on a comic book series.
And that's coming out this year or next year?
I think it's this year. Like, they haven't really, like, there's been a trailer for it, but I don't think they've given a date for it yet. I think it's got to be sometime in the next 6 months.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Man,
there's a lot of like good movies coming out this year. There's like 28 Years Later. I still want to see that. Have you seen that yet? Or
yeah.
Did you just tell me? Just tell. Actually, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Okay, just don't tell me.
I liked half of it.
You what?
I liked half of it.
Okay.
I won't tell you which half. I'll let you watch it first.
Okay. Okay. Rebirth questions. What was your favorite death scene?
I think the Spinosaurus, when that girl's on the beach and the Spinosaurus gets her from behind, I thought that was a pretty creepy scene. You see the Spinosaurus move, and then it just kind of disappears, and you know it's got to be behind her.
Yeah.
And then it grabs her. I think that was my favorite one.
And then just like blood on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
About you?
I'm gonna go ahead and say the Quetzalcoatl scene because my mouth like went open when it happened. I was just like, and I was like looking around and like little kids. I'm like, are you watching this? Are you actually watching this? Like it was like his limp little body, and he's just like guzzling it down.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I did like, I kind of laughed at that, not because I thought it was funny or silly, but just because I was so like, oh wow, that's cool. That's a cool death.
Yeah. Hey, and speaking of the Quetzalcoatl scene, what was up with those like Mayan carving things?
Yeah, they didn't really ever mention that. It's just, I guess, just an old ruins that happen to be there.
It's like
I
a
think,
convenient
but I
staircase.
think there was a
going down.
video game that had those Mayan ruins in, and I think it was a homage to that. I haven't
Was it in
played
your
the video
arcade game?
No, it's not in the arcade game, but it was in. I think it was in a home video game, and it's quite a popular thing with Jurassic Park fans. Like I say, I'm not really a video game person outside of that arcade game, so I don't know much about it. But I'm sure there were Mayan temples in a video game that people are a bit nostalgic about, and I think that's why they featured that in it, just to kind of as a nod to that.
That's cool for fan service.
Yeah.
So you think that was a Jurassic game?
Yeah, I'm sure that was in a Jurassic Park game. There was Mayan ruins on some island where the dinosaurs were loose.
Does anyone remember Mayan ruins in a Jurassic Park-esque video game or Jurassic Park official video game? Exploring the temple ruins could have been a film on its own. That's true. Like it was just so like random, but I guess it'd be cool if it was like fan service, but it was such an odd placement. It was like random Mayan ruins. At first I thought they like put it there to make a nesting spot, but then I'm like, why would they go through all this effort of carving all these like things for them? It's just kind of weird.
No, Jurassic Park Trespasser, people are saying. I think that is it. That sounds familiar.
Okay, so an old PC game of Trespasser. Okay, well that's cool if it's fan service to that. It's just very out of place if you didn't know that. It didn't really like mesh to.
Like,
but interesting.
I guess because I had that knowledge in my head, I didn't think too much about it when I saw the temple. I was just like, oh, that's from the video game, I think.
But when you saw the temple, wasn't there like dinosaur faces in it or something? Like it looked like monster faces. I don't really recall, but it's kind of like Indiana Jones crossover.
No, Indiana Jones. I'm happy for Indiana Jones to just let this franchise to die. Like, away.
It's time for you to stop.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the new Spino design?
I like it. I like it more than the original now. I think I like the dinosaurs to look kind of as realistic as possible for the most part. So I quite like that they've made it look more realistic. And I didn't think I'd like it as much, but actually once I saw the toy a bit and saw it on screen, I thought it looked really cool.
I actually love the toy of this. I actually think the toy. I actually think it's one of my favorite toys from this line.
Too.
It's like it's so like. I think the reason I like it is because it's like so fat. You know. Oh, there's from the pack and then the single guy.
Yeah, the pack one's a bit smaller.
I love like the girth and the fatness of him. You know. Like it's just same with the lab lockdown T-Rex, just like that extra fatness.
Yeah, I really like the new T-Rex.
It's not like a shrink wrap dinosaur that we see in a lot of models, you know.
Yes,
just like a nice fat guy.
Watching the other Jurassic World movies now, the T-Rex in that looks really skinny, and I don't like it anymore. Now that I've seen this new design and like the new design, the old one looks kind of naff.
Yeah. So
sickly.
The T-Rex that was in the river raft scene, was that the T-Rex that has kind of like that camo-ish? I guess that's this guy right here, right? That's this guy.
Yeah.
That's the river raft T-Rex. So was there any lab lockdown T-Rex in this movie? I guess.
Yeah, that's a funny thing. I thought because it's called Lab Lockdown T-Rex, there'd be a scene where the T-Rex is somehow in a lab or it's a lockdown situation. But yeah, weird. It's weird naming for that toy. Maybe it's something that was cut from the film that was in the original script and they've cut it out.
You know what? That's a good point.
Because toys go into production like a year or two before they come out, so they can they can be based on script ideas that get cut in that 2 years between the toys going into production and then coming out. So maybe it was
100%. So they could have been like using that for like DNA or something extraction to use for the other. I mean, for the Distortus or something.
Yeah, I do love that T-Rex. Cool.
I'm telling you, that lab lockdown. I think that's my favorite T-Rex design we've had.
It is
in all the toys that we've got. It's I love it.
Do you have the Hammond Collection T-Rex?
The Hammond Collection T-Rex?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was always a bit disappointed with that, and especially now I've got this Lab Lockdown one. That Hammond Collection T-Rex, it's kind of lame.
Lab Lockdown greater than the Hammond Collection.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. We need a new Hammond Collection T-Rex.
Yeah, like an updated one.
Did you get the Giganotosaurus from Hammond Collection?
No.
Because
that was not in my neck of the woods.
Oh man, that and the Spinosaurus are so much better than the T-Rex as well. They make the T-Rex look worse
Oh
in
man,
comparison.
see, everyone's got. Did you get that from Amazon too? The Giganotosaurus?
No, I managed to get that from the Mattel website.
What?
Mattel Creations.
Oh, wow.
They used to ship to the UK. They don't anymore. But luckily, I managed to get that before they stopped shipping to England.
That'd be a wicked Hammond collection figure for sure.
I'll get them actually.
Oh my gosh, the Spino is so cool looking.
That is a gorgeous Spinosaurus.
That is so nice. That's like nicer than my W Dragon like statue. And the paint job on it is so good.
Oh yeah,
and the
eye
just pops.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Man,
they're
that
doing
is
a great
nice
job with
figure.
these now, for the most part.
Oh man, I'm so jealous. And there's like little hints of blue on that thing, hey? Wow. Nice figure. Wow.
Yeah,
I'm so jealous.
Giga.
Wow, that's really nice looking.
Because I didn't really like the Giganotosaurus in the movie, just because I didn't like the movie in general. But getting the toy made me like it because the toy was just so cool.
Wow, that's a really realistic looking figure.
It is. It's lovely.
The Hammond collection is like amazing. I really do like the Hammond collection, but like you said, that T-Rex, it really needs like an update. It should have been like Lab Lockdown, but like Hammondized, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure we will get a Hammond collection Rebirth T-Rex at some point.
Yeah. If anyone has any insight on how a Canadian can get the Spinosaurus Hammond collection or the Giganotosaurus Hammond collection, let me know and I'll look into it because I need to find like a website that is like selling it. Okay, here we go. So that was a new Spino design. Yeah, I like the new Spino design. I thought it was cool. Anything that just gets like beefy and chunky, I like that. We
like
talked
the new
about the
Mosasaurus design
Velociraptor
as well. Like the
About what?
Mosasaurus. I like the new Mosasaurus design as well.
Yeah, the color on it like was really neat. And
Especially like if you've got the toy of the old Mosasaurus and the new one, you can really see how different they are.
oh yeah, it's like completely different. So apparently when they were speaking, they're like, yeah, that was like the original Mosasaurus. So it just like changed color.
Yeah, I didn't get if that was supposed to be the Mosasaurus from the previous movies.
No, it's supposed to be. They said
they
that
were
they
saying
said that
how
we
it was tagged by InGen. Yeah, so that made me think, well, is it that, or did they have other Mosasauruses we just didn't see?
Yeah, I thought that would have been like a cooler.
Because it was weird that this is supposed to be the same Mosasaurus, even though it looks very different.
It looks like completely different. I think that was a little. I think they're kind of like swept that on the rug, right? Like someone should be like, "Wow, it looks really different from the first time we saw it." But maybe the conditions have changed where it lives or something. I guess you could come up with something, but it was kind of weird how it's just like completely different design.
Yeah, I think I like all the new designs more than because the Quetzalcoatlus is a different design than it was in Dominion as well.
I don't remember like any dinosaurs from Dominion. I have like goldfish memory, but so you're saying that the new Quetzalcoatlus design is better than the Dominion one. Yeah. Okay. So your thoughts on the family? We kind of already touched upon that. You didn't really care for the family.
I could have done without them. I didn't really care about them at all. Like they just kind of happen to be. I guess it's because you've got to have the kiddie character in these movies. They always have a little child, so they had to find some way of putting a kid in there. But I would have rather they just had more mercenaries working on the team hunting the dinosaurs. That's the actual plot of the film. Who could have then also been cannon fodder, so we'd have more kills. Like with the family, you end up with too many survivors at the end. And I just didn't find any of them interesting. I didn't care about this guy and his family particularly.
Yeah, you didn't like the boyfriend. You didn't like the boyfriend either.
Oh yeah, he got on my nerves. Like I didn't dislike the family. I just didn't really care either way about them. I was kind of apathetic. The Delgados,
Yeah.
Like give me more mercenaries with guns and stuff. Right.
So when you think about all the other kids in the franchise, I feel like emotionally we're not really invested in these guys. Like how do you feel with Eric from JP3? Obviously Tim and Lex, we're not going to go there because that's just like classic, but like Kelly,
because she's Ian Malcolm's daughter, it gives me a bit more of a connection with her because I like Ian Malcolm.
And she kind of has like a little like attitude I like too. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a bit of personality to her.
Yeah, she's not just like generic child. I like Kelly's character a lot.
And the thing with Jurassic Park 3 is there aren't really any other characters, so you kind of without the family, it's just like Alan on his own, really. So you can't really dismiss the kid character in Jurassic Park 3 because that's the main plot of the story was revolving around him. Whereas the Delgado family just kind of happened to be there at the same time as the main plot that's going on. Like they're not really a part of that central plot of searching for these dinosaurs to get their blood. They were just kind of shoehorned in. Like in Jurassic World, those kids being on that island makes sense because there would be loads of kids at Jurassic World, and of course because they're related to Claire. The cloned little girl kind of got on my nerves a bit. I wasn't keen on her really in the last two films. But I think this is probably the child character I've liked the least because she just felt so superfluous to the whole thing.
Yeah, it was also really hard to sympathize with her. It was really hard to like the Maisie girl. Do you find that? Like I actually didn't really like. I wasn't sorry for you. Like, whoop-de-doo, you're a clone in a super mega rich family. Whoop-de-doo. Like,
and then in Dominion they even kind of make her out to be like a Jesus character, like her mother immaculately conceived her and all this.
Yeah.
And there was a scene in Dominion where there's a dinosaur is about to attack, and she goes no, and does the Owen Grady thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember that.
So silly when she does it. It's like that wouldn't work on any other dinosaur but Blue because they haven't been trained. Like you can't just have anyone go stop dinosaur.
It's because she's like a clone.
Them. Yeah.
She's like she understands. Rob said Rod hates children. Confirmed. Laugh out loud.
I'm not particularly paternal, to be honest. I don't really.
I'd say
I'm like Alan. I'm like Alan Grant in
you're like
They're noisy,
babies
they're
smell,
smelly, they're sticky.
Babies smell.
Keep them away from me.
But so would you say you like the Delgado family more or less than Maisie?
There was an element of me liking the little family unit that Owen and Claire and Maisie made. Like that, I did think that was kind of sweet that they'd created this little family between them. And I like Owen and Claire in the first Jurassic World movie, at least, anyway.
Yeah.
So that gave me some affection for them creating a family unit together. So I think I actually did like Maisie more. It's not like I hated this little girl. Don't get me wrong. Like the little girl was nice enough. She's just a sweet little girl. I just didn't really feel anything. I didn't care. Basically,
yeah, we don't really care for her personality either. Like, we already talked about the candy bar. We already talked about the Jaws influence. Your thoughts on the villain?
He was all right. He was pretty generic, evil white businessman guy. Like, it was obvious he was going to be the villain of the piece. He was serviceable. That's the villain. Rich guys are almost always the villains ever since the second movie. Like,
okay, but Ludlow in the second movie, he was villain, maybe stereotypical, but he had such an air about him that was looking down upon everybody, looking down on Malcolm, looking down. It's just I think he is a very unique villain, Ludlow, in the second one. I really think that was done well. Stereotypical villain, but done well. I thought he was pretty good. And just compared to this guy, he just, I don't know.
I like this guy more than Dodgson in the last movie. Head of Bison.
In Dominion.
In Dominion, yeah.
I am completely goldfish mind wiped of anything.
That's what I'm like with films I don't like. It's
no, but I think.
And there was the evil rich guy in Fallen Kingdom as well, wasn't there? I didn't like him either. I thought he was a lame villain. The guy who he worked for Lockwood and he organised the dinosaur.
Oh
being sold and all that.
Okay. He's the guy that lied to Claire to get her to do this.
Yeah.
And stuff. Okay, yeah. They feel kind of a little campy, kind of campy little I'm a villain. Like,
Yeah, I wish they'd
I'm
have a
telling.
different type of villain, not just the rich white guy again is the villain again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like,
we've had that
yeah. It's
villain
like
quite a few
again,
times
rich
now.
white guy.
Mm.
Yeah, no, but like I feel like Jurassic Lost World did rich white guy stereotypical villain very well.
Yeah,
I think they
he
did
was,
a
and
really
he
good
was the
job on
first
him.
one as well in the franchise, so it wasn't
Yeah.
like a repeat at that point. But now we've
Yeah.
had it in Fallen Kingdom, and we've had it in Dominion, and now we've got it in this movie. It's like 3 movies in a row. You've had pretty much the same villain.
And Jurassic World, the first one, didn't really have a villain. It was more so just chaos, right?
No, there was that military guy played by Vincent D'Onofrio who wanted to use the Raptors as weapons,
Oh.
and he was
It's not
really
really memorable.
happy that Jurassic World fell apart, so he could like get his hands on the Raptors to use in the military and stuff.
Okay.
He was like the only real human villain in that film, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the closest to a villain, apart from just like chaos in general.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice? Luke said, "Did you notice the new Rebirth villain driving scene borrowing from the Dennis Nedry Jeep driving scene? Kind of like just driving sporadically and just kind of, it would have been cool if there was like a little sign in the background that maybe like it wasn't you didn't bring attention to it, but it was like a little sign saying like docks or something.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
it's really in the background, so it's not apparent.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't think it at the time when watching it, but I can see that now. Now you've mentioned it, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Candy bar, Jaws influence, villain. So, compared to so let's talk about Scarlett Johansson's character. Her name is Zora, I believe.
Yeah, Zora Bennett.
Okay, so how did you like Zora and Dr. Loomis compared to Claire and Owen?
Well, I really liked Claire and Owen in the first Jurassic World movie, but then I felt like they got a bit boring in Fallen Kingdom and Dominion. But I had enough affection for them because I liked them in the first film that it kind of kept me invested in them enough. But I liked Zora and Loomis actually in this. I thought they had a decent enough amount of chemistry. And I especially liked Loomis. He seemed like a cross between Alan and Ian, like those two characters. He didn't have Ian's cool, but he had Ian's kind of philosophizing in that with Alan's love of dinosaurs.
Yeah,
he was probably my favorite
agree.
character in it, I think.
I agree. I like Loomis's character. I wasn't like completely sold on Scarlett Johansson's character. I just couldn't really like believe it. I'm just like I'm not trying to do like, oh, girls can't be mercenaries, but it's just like
I agree.
Her delivery of the role, I just couldn't really like believe that she was that specialized.
Yeah,
I feel like just like I don't know.
That's a problem in a lot of movies now. Call me a terrible misogynist, but like I don't buy it most of the time when they've got women playing characters that realistically like they just wouldn't be in that position.
Oh, cancel! We're gonna cancel Rod.
And showing feats of strength that they wouldn't be able to and stuff. Like when she's holding onto the rope when Loomis is hanging over the nest and stuff. Like, would she really have been able to hold him there?
I can't even do a pull up, and you're gonna like hold that guy swinging back and forth on like a rockety ledge. Yeah, no, but I just couldn't really believe her character. I couldn't really get into it. Like I can't really like put my finger on it, but I just couldn't really like believe her role. And but the thing is, if her role was actually a man's role, it would you gotta agree, it'd be very man heavy. Like that would be a man heavy.
Yeah, I'm glad they I do like a mix of men and female.
Yeah, I like the mix, but it's just like so if it was a man, then the paleontologist would probably have to be a woman. But like that would be kind of like a little weird because it's just kind of like stereotypical paleontologist guy, like
and they don't want to do that. Can't do that nowadays. You feel like you can't have the stereotype. So the guy had to be the scientific, compassionate one, and the woman had to be military.
So I feel like a lot of boxes were like kind of just like checked for like some of those things.
I think they have to now to get a movie.
Oh, I think so too. I think so too. But it's just like I just feel like I couldn't really like believe her character enough. I'm totally fine with it being like the woman mercenary, but I couldn't believe her performance of it. It just didn't really come across. I don't know. That's just me.
I liked her well enough. I'd like to see her, Loomis and Duncan return as like the trio going forward. I quite like the three of them together.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if like I could see them doing that live action kind of thing of helping wrangle dinosaurs in the real world, if they went kind of like that interesting route. But yeah, I've got some people. Rob said Zora seemed more like a lawyer than a mercenary.
I did. I can see that.
Someone two-handed axe said Zora was chill, Loomis was useless. Zora needed tattoos. I think they tried to make her like a Black Widow type of character.
Oh yeah, blatantly trying to make a Black Widow of Jurassic World, like just play on her popularity in those movies.
Mr. Nada said I couldn't get past how Scarlett's acting. She was smiling during a lot of her dialogue. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
I get that too. Kind of like trying to be like a sarcastic thing, like yes, kind of almost like condescending, but like
it gets too much when it's all the time being like that.
Yeah.
Especially when they gave her a few lines to try and make her sympathetic about like her partner died or something. I didn't really pay much like that. That went over my head because I just wasn't interested at all when they kept going on about her partner got killed on their last mission or something.
Yeah, like I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. Like I really like I wanted it, and it makes sense. It makes sense. I wanted her to be the female mercenary because it just makes sense. You can't have it like so guy heavy, and it's like it's cool to have some female power, right? But it's just I couldn't believe her performance and like that smiley thing. Like maybe it was just like the way her character was written, but like I couldn't believe her delivery of it. Could you have seen any other person in her role? Because honestly, Scarlett Johansson. When I see Scarlett Johansson, I'm not like clean slate. I'm thinking like of this movie she's in, of this movie she's in, this movie she's in. It's kind of hard to kind of like get her in that role, I guess. You know what? That's what gets it for me. That's why I'm not a fan of her role. Because I feel like it should have been like maybe a not super popular A-list celebrity. I feel like that was a little star power that they needed with her maybe. But I feel like if it was just someone kind of like
the rest of the cast I wasn't that familiar with except for her. I didn't realize actually that Duncan was in Predator 3. He was one of those guys in Predator 3.
Was he?
Yeah. I think he's the first one who gets killed, actually.
Oh, is he?
But yeah, he was one of those soldiers in that film. But otherwise, I wasn't familiar with anyone other than her. So she was blatantly the star power of the film.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because, like, for example, Bryce Dallas Howard, I think she did a phenomenal job in the first Jurassic World. Yeah, I'm like you. I really liked her too. But and when I saw Bryce Dallas Howard, I'm not thinking of all these other movies. Like
no, when she's been a working actress, I'd never really known her having a big, massive role in anything.
Same here.
I mean, I even kind of forgot that she was in Spider-Man 3 as Gwen Stacy because she was kind of a nothing role in that, even though she was Gwen Stacy.
Yeah. So you know what? I think that is what why I don't like her character that much is because I couldn't really believe it because I associate her with so many other parts and super popular movies that I'm just like it's hard to take you out of that into Jurassic World. Okay, there we go. See guys, we're not sexist, we're not anything. We're not saying girls can't be mercenaries. We couldn't get into Scarlett Johansson being a mercenary when we know her from so many other movies. Like I said, Claire, I don't know her really from anywhere else. Like you said, the Spider-Man movie, but it's not like a giant role. No, exactly, but she's believable.
When I see Scarlett Johansson on screen, I see Scarlett Johansson on screen. I don't see the character that she's supposed to play.
That is so true. That is so true. I wasn't like, oh, you're Mr. I'm like, you're Scarlett Johansson. Okay. So Sound of Metal said she also acts the same in every movie. Yeah, kind of like the fun, condescending girl power kind of like vibe. I get that. I get that too.
I think she's likable enough with her like playing the same role that she gets away with it. Like some people, if they play the same role in every movie, it's really annoying. But I think people like her enough that she can get away with it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, to a degree, you could say Chris Pratt does the same thing. He's not massively different in each role he plays, but people like that character.
I was really, and I'm having the same problem that I have with Scarlett Johansson. When I saw Chris Pratt, I'm just like, oh, funny guy, funny comedy. I'm just like, I wasn't really liking his role too much. Like it was again, it's hard to like kind of take the star away from,
Yeah.
from like other movies a lot. Yeah. Okay. Well, see, we like hashed it out. That was interesting. Felt like a therapy session, and I like deep down realized why I didn't like her character that much. So let's go with.
I love the actor who played Duncan as well. Sorry, someone.
Oh yeah, I actually think
really
out of all the characters, I think Duncan was most interesting for me.
Hmm.
Because he also had like a little bit of like, you actually felt like sorry for him with the kid stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And then the fact that he wanted to like save the kids at the end was like, oh my god, you're like trying to save your son. Like, oh my god. Like, I think he was my favorite character, I'm gonna say. I actually think I liked him almost more than him and Loomis are kind of like the same for me. Yeah. Even though Loomis didn't do too much.
I just liked his personality in it.
Yeah, it was just like a fun, quirky kind of like cookie cutter, like again, check the box kind of thing. Like, oh, we need like kind of like paleontologist nerd. Okay, so here we go. I got like 2 more questions left. Your favorite dinosaur and your least favorite dinosaur. And I'd like the chat to also tell me your favorite dinosaur in this movie and your least favorite dinosaur. We'll read some.
Oh man. I mean, I hate to say it, but I really, really did like the Distortus Rex. I think it's just a really cool monster design, but it doesn't really class as a dinosaur.
Let's call it a dinosaur. It's fine. Your favorite creature in the movie and your least favorite creature.
Even though it wasn't given as much to do as I would like, I think just because it reminds me of the Xenomorph from Aliens, I just thought it was really, like, it's like a Xenomorph came out of a T-Rex and like became the Distortus Rex.
Yeah.
So maybe that one. I don't know. I liked all of them almost the same. Like, I love the designs of all of them. I love the scenes with all of them. I think they all got really great action scenes, except the Velociraptor.
Yeah. Do you remember what the Dilophosaurus scene was?
I think it just kind of, it doesn't really do much, does it? It just kind of opens its frill.
Do you remember where? Do you remember where that happened?
It was the daughter, the oldest daughter, when she is going to get the boat, I think, somewhere around that river raft scene when she's going to go get the inflatable dinghy.
Oh, by the T-Rex? Oh, yeah. And then it runs away or something?
Yeah, and I think it runs away because it senses the T-Rex is asleep.
Oh, you got it.
And it runs away, yeah. So it doesn't really do much, but it does like just make an appearance because people like Dilophosaurus. So.
Okay. And do you have a least favorite?
The Mutadon. I really wasn't keen.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of gonna say Mutadon. I see a few Mutadons as their least favorite in the chat as well.
Yeah, just seemed a bit lame.
Yeah. Someone said Luke said, remember Ankylosaurus was in this one. Where was the Ankylosaurus?
When the guy was driving the Jeep, it runs out in front of him.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I love Ankylosaurus. Yeah, I kind of forgot Ankylosaurus was in it, but yeah. I do always like seeing Ankylosaurus. They're a cool dinosaur.
Yeah. I've also, sorry I'm late. Did you already discuss the raft and the magical oars? Oh, that the oars just like magically appeared after she inflated it? Is that what we're talking about?
I thought the oars were like attached to the outside of the thing before she.
I didn't even notice.
There were oars attached to it. I'm sure there were.
No, because when it like inflated, remember it was like right side up, and you could see that there's like nothing. It was just like whoop, and then it falls down. So then that's a good point. I didn't really catch that.
So I noticed before it was inflated at least that there were oars there, but yeah, after they inflated, I don't know what happened.
Well, you know what? If you give it a second watch, that's something to look out for. Yeah. Let's see what some people's favorite things were. Here we go. Hentaisaurus. Favorite was the T-Rex. Least favorite was the D-Rex. Titanosaurus was a favorite. Mutadons were kind of underwhelming. I agree with that. Hated the D-Rex images on the internet until I saw the film.
I did. I wasn't interested in the D-Rex till I saw the toy, actually. I wasn't planning on even buying it, but then as soon as I saw it in the toy store, I was like, actually, no, that's really cool. I'm going to have to buy that. It's another £50 down the drain.
Yeah. I think the part I really like about the Distortus is I think I really like this part, how the teeth, they're kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but just like that skeletal look right here, just on the tip.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but I just, I don't know, it's cool. Because he's all like fat and everything, but then it's just like skeleton, super thin there. Okay, so it seems like a lot of people were really underwhelmed by the Mutadon. That I agree. I didn't really care for the Mutadons that much. Oh, someone said it. I liked Mutadon. He was nasty and persistent. That's true. That's completely in your right to say that.
I do remember the tiny Pteranodon in the birdcage because the Pteranodon toy comes with the Dr. Loomis toy. So I was looking out for that Pteranodon in the movie, but it only appears as a little baby one in a birdcage. Someone just
when they're going on the charter.
Yeah, I thought there'd be a Pteranodon scene on the island because of the toy, but there wasn't.
Huh. And there was no babies in the eggs, right? It was just plain eggs in the Quetzalcoatlus scene.
So
no baby, like.
No, I don't think there was there?
Flying dinos. Okay.
That, like Nightfall has said about the electricity still going. I don't know if that's because it's geothermal or something like the other islands for that to still be going.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I agree. I thought it was weird that the music was still playing every night and hadn't just run out or whatever. And
was the music playing for like morale? Like why was that music even playing?
I think it was just because it was around the storefront, wasn't it?
Okay,
it was where the fuel station and the store was. I guess it's just like music that you have at places like that.
Just like upbeat morale. But like it's outside the gas station.
Like every night it still comes on 17 years later. It's still going.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. He kind of looks like a snapping turtle in a way. Yeah, yes, Relentless. Distortus Rex kind of does look like a snapping turtle a little bit, like that front part.
Yeah, the mouth looks pretty vicious.
Binos and Titanosaurus was my favorite from the movie. Baby Titanosaurus or juvenile. Yeah, I thought the Titanosauruses were cool, but again, like I'm not sure about that tail. I don't really like understand. Like, is it supposed? I'm not a.
I'm gonna look that up now. I'm gonna Google that.
Yeah, I'm not like a. Look like a Titanosaurus.
I think once I get the Titanosaurus toy, I'll be able to appreciate that dinosaur more and like really take in the details of it.
Yeah, it was like it was like an epic scene in a way, but I feel like it wasn't a good look at it. You know?
It tends to be once I get the toy that I'm able to properly look at the design and I get more into it than when I see it on screen.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at some skeletons, and yeah, the tail. I mean, the tail has to be like, you know, big, obviously, to balance out, you know, like in a physics perspective. But I didn't think the tail was that long, like a snaky tail, you know?
Yeah, it's hard to imagine in real life. It's sort of like, what's the purpose of it?
I mean, like even at like this looks normal, but even in the movie looked like it was double this.
Yeah,
like it was a huge tail. It was like a huge long tail. And it wasn't even like girthy. It was just like whippy the whole time. It was like, how does that even balance it out? Like the weight of that little tiny thin whippy tail, it didn't even seem that big. Okay, and the final question of the night. This movie felt like a standalone movie, like JP3. Do you think there's going to be a sequel? And if so, what do you think it would look like?
I'm sure they'll make a sequel because they want to keep churning these out to keep the money coming in. And I think not just the movies, but I think the toys sell really well too. Like there's been a blitz of merchandise and toys for this. So I think they'll definitely want to make a sequel if this film's successful. I would like to see Zora and Loomis and Duncan come back. But it feels like it would almost be a bit contrived to bring them back because there was nothing at the end of this one to lead into another film for another story for them. So why would those three characters happen to come back? Like Loomis makes sense coming back because he's into dinosaurs. He's a dinosaur expert. that Zora and Duncan, like, why would they end up going on another dinosaur adventure? So
yeah, when Jurassic World, when basically they said that like Jurassic World was essentially wiped clean because they're like, oh, they're all dying off, no one cares about them.
So they'd
and,
have to end up going back to another island somehow. They've kind of written themselves into a corner by sticking by going backwards and having the dinosaurs, because now you've got to always come up with another reason why people are going to an island full of dinosaurs again. Like, is there going to be another child goes missing on a dinosaur island and another family has to get Loomis to go with them? Like, that was one of the problems with Jurassic Park 3, is it starts to get a bit silly. Like, they're having to come up with all these reasons to try and get people back on the island to be chased by dinosaurs. So, and as much as it was beautiful. I love the setting. I love the jungle setting. It's beautiful, but I can't just watch that over and over again every movie.
Yeah, that's why I really appreciated The Lost World, is because they like switched it up a bit, you know, and they didn't do it in like a super cheesy way. It was actually quite cool and interesting. I honestly can't. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't see any sequels. I see maybe standalone movies, like maybe even like kind of prequel-ish things. I could see prequel things happening, like maybe something before the original Jurassic Park, maybe something before Jurassic World when they were setting up the park.
Yeah, that would be interesting, having one set between Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic World. I wouldn't want a prequel to the original. Like, when has a prequel ever really been good? Right? I hate prequels for the most part.
I can't even think of a prequel on the top of my head.
They almost always did. Like, I mean, I do kind of like the Star Wars prequels, but a lot of people were disappointed with them.
Oh yes. That's those like famous prequels right there. I was thinking of just like a standalone prequel movie. Yeah, you know what? I feel like the only interesting thing next would be if it was very water heavy. You know what I'm saying?
I did like the scenes on the water. Like, with the Mosasauruses and stuff, you can have an awesome movie about the seafaring dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Since we've already had like 7 movies of dinosaurs on land.
Yeah, but like even down further, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking like a kind of like a dome thing down there. You know?
Oh yeah, but like something, the undersea research station or something.
Something like that. But I could see them doing something to do with water, because it's been very land heavy, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. Ryan said, I think this movie was already very water heavy. Yeah, I do agree. It was quite water heavy. But, you know, they could do water in a different way. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't think a sequel is warranted. And I think the ending was really bad because, like you said, they kind of wrote themselves in a corner. Like, they wiped away Jurassic World, and then now nothing interesting is happening. They're not, like, showing anything afterwards, you know? It's not like, oh, Dolores, because you brought her, now she has the DNA and something, you know, like, it's just, there's no real setup for a sequel.
Yeah, like if they're going to keep making these movies, I would have wanted them to spread across the world, be Jurassic World, like they implied they were going to be.
Yeah.
Not go backwards again. Like, it's kind of like the Terminator movies that refuse to go into the future war now. Like they were going to go that way. It didn't really work out. So now they just repeat the same thing of Arnie coming back in time again and again and again.
Yeah, I think someone mentioned
evolve that series forward.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think some people actually did mention that too in the comments about the Terminator franchise.
So, Luke Malone said, so the Snickers scene was in 2000. I think it's 2010. I think it was somewhere around like 2008, 2010 time.
Yeah, so it was definitely before Jurassic World, I guess. Yeah. So, because at first, when I was first watching it, I was like, is this before Jurassic Park? And then I'm like, wait, what are you talking about, Laura? Obviously, this is like before Jurassic World. But yeah. Fast and Furious crossover. That would be like the worst. That'd be the worst movie. Okay, do you have
want them to reboot it either? No reboots, God no.
Yeah, don't do it. Do you have any final closing statements, remarks, anything you wanted to talk about, touch upon, something that we didn't talk about? Relentless at the Past and the Furious. That's great.
No, just that I think it's a better movie than people are giving it credit for, even though it's not amazing. I think it's just a fun time, like a fun dinosaur action adventure. People didn't like the last few movies where they did try and make it bigger, so they've gone back to basics, and people still don't seem happy with that. It's like I can kind of see why the studio have gone back to basics the way they have after the people didn't like Dominion, but now people aren't liking this either. So like, what the studio's going to do with it?
Yeah,
I don't really get the hate that it's getting. I don't think it's warranted of such hate, even if you don't think it's anything special. I was kind of surprised how much negative reviews it's been getting.
Yeah, when I was like scrolling onto YouTube to like set up this live stream, and I scrolled past someone's review, and the title, it's like them fingering like the Rebirth poster or something, and they're like, "This movie made me hate dinosaurs and hate Jurassic Park," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Holy!" I'm like, okay, it might not be the best movie, but it's not the worst movie.
Yeah, people are really exaggerating their hate, and maybe it's just to get views. Maybe it's just clickbait to like be really extreme hating everything.
That's also true. I didn't click on it, so maybe it was just like yeah, I get it. Okay.
How about you? Or you got any final thoughts on the movie?
No, just thank you for the therapy of realizing why I couldn't connect with Scarlett Johansson's character, because that bothered me a lot.
You're not a misogynist after all.
That really bothered me, because I was just like, I'm not liking your character. A lot of people really like her character. They're like, Zora's so cool, she made the movie great. I'm like, I can't believe your character. You're Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I didn't dislike
her. What are you doing in Jurassic Park?
Being that excited about her character either.
Yeah. Like, she's a great actress, but I couldn't separate her from her past roles in this movie. It was weird. But it's really cool how she's like such a big fan of the franchise. Like, she really wanted to be in this movie. So that's great for her. It's just unfortunately like some people might not be able to.
I feel like a lot of the people involved in this film, like behind the scenes, had passion for it.
Oh yeah.
With Dominion and Fallen Kingdom, it felt like a product being churned out by people who had read a list of things that other people like about Jurassic Park. Whereas Rebirth, I did feel like the people actually who are making it actually liked Jurassic Park and understood it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of fan service in this one, and it was like fan service done in a good way.
Yeah.
You know, like that raft scene that everyone kind of always wanted to see. And little hints here and there. What do you think about the title?
I didn't, because all the other titles kind of make sense to the movie. Like Fallen Kingdom is about Nublar and Jurassic World falls because of the volcano. And then you could even say it extends to Lockwood Manor, that kingdom of his collapses by the end of the movie. So you've got a Fallen Kingdom. Jurassic World Dominion was about dinosaurs spreading across the world and having dominion over the earth. So the title of that makes sense to a degree. But like, what was the rebirth in Jurassic World Rebirth, other than them trying to reboot the franchise and it being a rebirth of the franchise in the context of the actual world of the movie? What did Rebirth mean? Why is it called Rebirth? What was reborn in the movie? I don't get why it was called Rebirth, really.
I feel like if it was
in-universe perspective.
I feel like if they called it Jurassic Park Rebirth, Jurassic Park Rebirth, to me the rebirth would make a little more sense, but it's Jurassic World Rebirth. So rebirth, reborn. So what's reborn? Yeah, it almost I kept thinking of like the Distortus Rex. I'm like, how does that tie into anything? Like reborn, it's born. It's like reborn. I don't know. I guess it's just like a clean sweep of the Jurassic franchise. It's just like a new start to the Jurassic franchise. But
the title seemed like it was more in reference to them trying to reboot the franchise.
Exactly, but it seems like a lackluster. It seems like a lazy title, though.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah.
But have you ever seen Skull Island, Kong Skull Island?
Yes.
Because I got hints of that in this. And it's funny because the director of this movie directed the first Godzilla movie, like the MonsterVerse Godzilla movie, not Skull Island, and yet this movie seemed more like Skull Island, which he didn't direct.
Yeah,
But
yeah, no,
I
definitely
kind of
get
wish
those
they'd
vibes.
done what like in Skull Island, it's a big group of soldiers who get separated, and you see 2 or 3 groups of them, and then they gradually all come together. I'd have
Yeah.
rather that happened in this movie rather than the family. Like you could have had the group of hunters get separated when the boat crashes, and then just shown us these 2 or 3 different groups of them gradually coming together and losing members along the way, kind of like we saw in Skull Island.
That's very true. Yeah. Yeah, that would have been an interesting way if you didn't want to do like the family thing, you know?
Because I found that 2014 Godzilla movie really boring. I liked this a lot more than that. Like I thought this was more entertaining, even though it's the same director, but we did a lot better on this than 2014 Godzilla.
Man, we've had so many Godzilla movies lately, hey?
Did you watch -1?
Yes, I did. Yeah, don't ask me any questions about it because like I said, goldfish memory, and you're like, Godzilla 2014. I'm like, yeah, Godzilla 2014. I'm like, wait,
I
what
saw
was
a bit
that
of a
again?
blank look on your face when I mentioned
I'm just like, yes. No, it's just like there's like, you know, there's all the Kongs, there's the Godzillas, there's the Skull Island, like there's when you think about it, for the Godzilla and Kong movies, there's a lot.
Yeah, and then there's
and if you have like any sort of memory
movies as
deficiencies,
well.
it's very hard to like keep track of anything. It's hard enough remembering like the Alien and the Predator movies, you know?
Yeah.
Just like, what was that one called again? What was that one called again? Yeah. Does anyone have... Someone said, whoa, Laura's Canadian just slipped out. Oh, did I say something Canadian? Chaos got brought up and it happened with a candy bar short circuits the system. You don't get it, Xenozilla. It's actually really interesting. You gotta go back. And we talk about the Snickers. If anyone doesn't like the Snickers thing, you gotta go back in the live stream. We talked all about the Snickers bar incident and how I loved it. Okay, and you're gonna like it too after that, because you even like it a little bit now. A little bit.
Yeah.
Like the Snickers now a little bit.
To it. But like,
like
chaos theory does make sense as well. It's just chaos theory, just a random thing like that can cause the whole downfall. That's chaos theory.
Jedi is asking, do you have any dinosaur tattoos?
I don't know.
I don't have any tattoos at all. Do you have any tattoos?
I have one I got when I was 16 when I was trying to impress girls. That was.
Oh, what is it?
It's just like a Chinese symbol on the back of my shoulder. That's,
okay. What does it mean?
It's supposed to mean immortal. I don't know if it actually does. It could mean anything. I don't speak Chinese.
the guy's just like, oh yeah, you want immortal? Oh yeah, I got
it
that.
could be an insult on the back
like
of my
idiot.
shoulder. Chinese insult, yeah.
You should actually get like a Google Translate thing and try to like see what it means. That's funny.
But I've never been into tattoos actually. I don't really have any desire to get any.
Yeah, I can't take the plunge. I just can't do it. I can do temporary tattoos, but I can't do like an actual tattoo.
Yeah, I don't mind the little ones I got free with comic books that I would like stick on.
yeah.
Those rub-on tattoos do for me.
The Spice Girls also had tattoos for their lollipops. That must have been popular in your neck of the woods. Spice Girls lollipops, was that a thing?
Yeah. I don't remember the lollipops. I remember Spice Girls.
Oh, I love the lollipops, Spice Girls.
Don I makes a good point. Tattoos make you easier to identify in a police lineup. So by not having any tattoos, I don't have any identifying marks that people can.
Unless you got that little back piece.
Yeah, I always keep it covered. They can't see that. So no identifying marks on me.
Yeah. Laura with sick ass dino sleeves would be cool. Yeah, I don't know about that. I try not to look like I don't know. I feel very masculine in general, so I just don't want to. Obviously, there's girls that have tattoos that look amazing and like super femme, but like I just like I feel like I look a little guyish already, so I just like want the least amount of guy looking things on me. That's why I can't do short hair, because I'm just like it's gonna make me look like a guy. Cool. Okay. That's okay. Luke made a good point here. Snickers will sell well after this movie. You need to get a Snickers bar for your shelf.
Just purely for the connection.
Yeah. Do you have Snickers? Do you have Snickers in the UK?
Yeah, we have Snickers. Yeah.
Okay. You have to get a Snickers bar for your shelf. Will you do it?
Yeah, I'll have to get one.
Okay.
I'll do a review of it on YouTube, like from
the Snickers bar, and then get it caught in something.
Yeah.
No. Go driving in your car, and it gets like caught in something in the car.
Engine and crash the car.
Just like explodes.
That's
hilarious.
Just for the video.
Sweet, guys. Okay, thank you very much, actually, Luke, for that like sparking suggestion. Oh, I do have a few, I think, Barbasol cans. I have like one or two. Do you have any of like the actual legit Barbasol collector cans?
I don't know. I don't even know if we have Barbasol in the UK. But no, I don't have any Barbasol cans.
Probably called like Barbasol. Barbasol. Like a SOOL. But have you seen the like the mock-ups of like the original kind of prop,
Yeah, I think there's even a tutorial on YouTube of how to make one yourself.
Whoa,
which would be
that's
kind of
sweet.
cool to try.
Are you even able to open like a can without exploding it?
Yeah, I don't
Isn't
know
there
how
like
that would
pressurized
work.
air in there?
I didn't actually watch it, but I just saw there was a video on
Oh,
making,
okay.
like a custom
Like,
one.
it's like how to make a car bomb or pipe bomb or whatever. Okay. I think I'm good. I think I've spoken.
Yeah, I've given all my thoughts on it now. Yeah.
Okay. Rolando said, "Buy Snickers. It'll get you killed." It's actually really good. It's actually a really good tagline for
I
like
wonder
a good.
if it will help Snickers sales or not.
I wonder if it will. Well, I mean, you're gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy one. That's 2 Snickers sold that weren't gonna be sold like a year ago.
I wonder if
That's
there's
awesome.
a tie-in. Like, you'd think Snickers would have some kind of tie-in with the movie.
Well, I told you. I thought that like Dennis Nedry should have had some sort of candy bar on his desk, and if it was that same candy bar, it was like, oh my god, it's like Dennis Nedry reincarnated in the little Snickers bar, this Butterfingers.
I mean, like the Snickers, you'd think they'd have like a picture of a T-Rex on the wrapper.
Oh,
and, like,
okay. I see what you're saying.
That kind of tie-in in real life.
Yeah, like tie-in merch. Actually, that Snickers would do like.
Or like you buy 5 Snickers and get a free cinema ticket or something like that.
Well, who knows? Maybe they do have that.
Yeah, I haven't looked.
Well, I'm going to get a Snickers bar. You're going to get a Snickers bar.
Mm.
Snickers D-Rex size.
But no, I think we should do another live stream for Predator Badlands.
Yeah, let's do that. Definitely do a Predator Badlands live stream because and then I'll have to.
I really hope that film is good. I really hope it's better than that last Predator movie we talked about.
Yeah, that.
Really awful.
Hey, also, just a side note, I didn't enjoy Prey.
No, I didn't. I thought that was as overrated as Romulus.
I didn't like it. I was like, everyone's like, it's so good, it's so good. I'm like, I don't really like it.
No. Like
it's definitely the unpopular opinion because definitely a lot of people love Prey a lot, but I just.
I guess we could wait till we do the Predator live stream to talk about it.
Yeah. We'll do that.
About to ramble on about it, but then I thought, no,
we'll do that.
I'll wait for the Predator live stream.
Okay, guys, I think that is where we are going to leave it. And
Laura hasn't seen Killer of Killers, have you? Predator Killer of Killers. Someone asked what we think of that. Oh, you have watched the animated?
I did see it.
Yeah. Should we wait till the Predator live stream for that, or answer it now?
How about I just say like a little 2-minute blurb on it?
Yeah. Give you a little quick thoughts.
Some parts were okay. Some parts I hated. I fell asleep at one point.
Yeah, it's about how I felt about it. I was like,
it was like this for me. It was like, like that was like I liked. The airplane part was just. That's actually where I fell asleep. Is the airplane like section. And it just like it almost was like video game style, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like arcade style. It's like, okay, we gotta like check that box. Got this guy. Now it's this guy. Now it's this guy. And I'm like, whoa, okay, are we gonna just look at all these people? Like it's gonna be another person after this airplane guy. It was a little lackluster, but I actually thought the like Predator part was cool going to their planet, and I liked the lore stuff, but a lot of it was very unbelievable. Like, wow, you just magically can use all the machines.
And I didn't buy that Viking woman could like beat up every man that she came across. Like there's like 20 men all running at her, and she's like, take that one down, take that one down, take that one down.
That's true. What? But also in her defense, she was just like cool. Like she was a cool, badass female character. But I can see how some people were just like, whoa, that's very unbelievable. She's like, and she's all with like a shield, right?
Yeah, like come on.
Like what? But I really liked her story. I thought her story was really cool. And then at the end, it's like the guy, she gets sons because she lost the son. And then and then the Asian guy, he lost his brother, but he got a brother. It's just like everyone's like happy. I really liked that.
Yeah, I did like that bit actually.
Yeah, it was a great ending. And then also like it was interesting the whole Prey thing at the end, like that little tie-in, because you're like, whoa, weird. Who else is there? Why are they doing this? Like I thought it was great to like stir up some conversation. So that's what I really enjoyed about the movie was all the conversation it stirred up and like lore and stuff. But it was a little bit of a snoozy at some points, but some points were interesting too. Yeah.
But yeah, Gnomsky says it's like the chicken prey who killed like 10 French guys by herself as well. Like, I don't buy that when that sort of like you can have like realistic female action, and then there's women who are just like lifting guys and flipping them around their heads and stuff. And it's like,
oh, totally. But Prey was just so predictable.
Yeah, and I didn't really like any of the characters. Well, all the characters seemed the same in it. Like all the men were just like, "We hate you because you're a woman. Go back to the kitchen." Like every single man's personality
it was just like
the same.
Predictable. It's like, okay, well, like, but it's just exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, okay, she's gonna win. It was like no twists and turns. It's just it's been such a long time since a movie really like surprised me with twists and turns.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was thinking the other day about the first Alien movie. Like, one of the things I love about that film is that obviously now we know that Ripley's going to be the survivor. But if you were in 1979 watching that film, you would not know she was going to be the survivor until at least halfway through the film. Because Sigourney Weaver was an unknown actress at the time. That was like the first movie role she'd been in. She was actually the least well-known of all of that cast. So she's probably the one that you were the least suspected of surviving.
That's a really good point.
Dallas is the captain, so you think, well, maybe Dallas is the main character, but John Hurt's character is the first one we're introduced to, so it kind of implies he's the main character. It doesn't rub it in you. It doesn't like slap you around the face.
It's not like Rebirth where it's like, okay, Scarlett Johansson's not gonna die.
Yeah. And that's what one of the things I love about Alien, and I wish more movies would do that. Don't make it so obvious who's going to survive and who the main character is. Let us work it out. That's
a really good point. See, we could have a great Predator Alien talk. So let us
especially Alien, because I love Alien 3 and most people hate Alien 3. So I've got a lot to say about Alien 3.
Oh, well then there you go. One day. Yeah. So let's for sure do that. Do you know when Badlands comes out?
I think it's November.
Okay, so this year at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, guys. Okay, so I think we're gonna close that up. And remember, guys, Rod also has a YouTube channel and Instagram. He does amazing toy reviews and stuff, and great photography, by the way, as well. All his stuff is like outside, just like I love. Like your reviews are so interesting, and you always do like comparative things, which I really appreciate too.
Yeah, that's always my favorite part, is like comparing all the different toys together. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. No,
it's just a way for me to go outside and play with my toys, really, and legitimize it. Like,
and you're always in like such beautiful landscapes.
There's a lot.
Do you not have any predators? Do you not have any predators there? Like, I'm talking about animal predators.
Yeah. They're always hunting me. Those damn predators. Don't leave me alone.
Predators there? No, but do you have like any bears or wolves or what?
No. They've all been like the UK eradicated anything like that. They did the same thing to them as they did to our Happy Meals. Like, it's gone. Nothing. UK has nothing interesting like that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm so envious of. Whenever I see you doing your outdoor stuff, like your kayaking and your reviews and stuff, and I'm like, if I was out in the forest, I would be like turning my back, wondering if there's like a bear or a cougar, because like where I am, it's the highest concentration of cougars. Like, it's crazy. Like you always got to be. Whenever I go somewhere for a walk, bear bells, bear spray. Like, I gotta watch the dogs, make sure they don't get like jumped on. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
No, the only thing I get attacked by is mosquitoes. They love me.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, guys. Thank you all so much for joining us in this live stream. It was really fun to do. I have not done a live stream in a very long time. Neither have you, Rod.
No.
I think the last one we did together was when we did the Predator one. Sweet. Okay, so over and out, guys. Thank you all so much for joining us. Remember to check out Rod's channel. Check out Lore Legends on Instagram.
It was really fun. Really fun talking about the movie.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, end stream. Bye, guys. Oh,
Bye.
And stay legendary. Woo-hoo. Do you have a little sign off? Do you have like a little sign off?
No.
Oh, come on, do something. Come on the spot. Think of a sign off.
If it's not Jurassic World, it's extinct.
Woo!
I always loved that from the old toy line.
Yeah, that's sweet. Good job. End stream.